T, Pike, and Steve-O, bullin' on the pod. Talking about Bedford, which A-team is a fraud. Making top 10 lists, hella controversy. Don't be playing cheap, tuck in that jersey. Getting new sweatshirts, A-Division dub. Tune in every Tuesday, drop a like and sub. Hey.
I thought you were going to send them the longer version.
I haven't yet.
Well, you've had a whole week.
Ben, I got no audio into my headset. Just a heads up.
Both of them?
Yeah, better now. Thanks, appreciate it.
Was it not plugged in all the way?
No, this was the fuse turned down.
Oh. Yeah, you've had a whole week.
No, I know. I forgot. I've been too busy trying to get guests up in here. I've been putting in the work.
All right, speaking of, he's going to say guests. We got number one receiver in Bedford. If you ask Tyler Pike, Cam Lauren finally joining the show. Let me ask you a question, and be honest with me.
Go for it.
When did he ask you to be on the show?
Like this specific one. When did he ask me?
Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
I knew it. You were such a liar.
Dude, you got it.
You're such a liar.
I was hoping he was going to say like 5 days ago.
No, I appreciate the honesty because he was talking all this smack about who he's going to bring in last week. And I said, I tell you what, I'm going to find out Monday. He's scrambling around. He's going to be asking. He's like, oh, no, I'll make it happen. Okay. I leave him alone. You know, I don't like to bug Tyler. Monday, I ask him. He's like, oh, I'm just waiting to hear back from Cam. He's confirming today.
Yes, sir.
So he's confirming because he probably just asked you. All right, classic Tyler. But thank you for coming in clutch and, making it happen. Did he force you to do a top 10 list?
Oh, no, he did not.
No? Did he try?
No, actually, no. I didn't prepare at all for this. So any questions you ask me or anything, I'm just free balling it. So.
All right. I figured it'd be a top 10 people Pike says you're better than.
Well, I thought we might do a segment, Cam and then you just name guys, and I say who I think's better of the two players. That's what I really thought we were going to do, but I figured with the playoffs and the championship, there's no time for that madness.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see how it goes. And obviously, I mean, I don't want Cam's trip here to be wasted, so we'll make it happen. Unfortunately, fortunately, I guess there's only a few games to talk about on about Monday.
Yeah.
But back to we'll go to last Wednesday. We did our picks.
Yep.
Do we know many of the winners? We have to now because we got the schedule in, right?
I know very little about Mondays.
No, Wednesdays.
Oh,
Wednesdays.
okay.
So we did our picks for Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Okay. You still got your picks?
Yep.
You got them pulled up?
Yep, I got them up.
Ben, you got the schedule from this week?
I do not. Not queued up, anyways.
Oh no, not for the show, just for you personally.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll take a look. All right. First game we had Slipstream and Entity. I believe Slipstream won this game.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
I took them to win as well. So I'm not surprised. I don't really know what Slipstream's doing in the B2s. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
They went from A's to B2s. I don't really understand that. I believe that they would be a much better fit in A1. I mean, I'm sorry, B1. I think that's where they belong. I'm not really sure why they're in B2. So I don't really know what happened with them.
It's probably just how the cookie crumbles, they say.
Yep.
They might have had a bad record.
Sure.
I believe they did play a lot of A-Division teams.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the greatest for them. Not the Cinderella season we were seeing last season with them.
Yeah.
All right, we had... so we're both 1-1, I guess. You want to do a score?
Yeah, I guess so.
Unfortunately, Cam's got to sit there and watch us do this for a minute. Sorry. I'll try to bring you in, bud. We both got a point there. Nasty Girls and Tacky Bar. I took Tacky Bar.
I took Tacky Bar as well.
And Tacky Bar did win. Wasn't even that close, unfortunately. Gumbies and Dirty Birds.
I took the Birds.
You did.
They did not win. They played well. I'll give them credit. They played better than I thought they would. I like what they did with their defense. I think they did something new that I haven't seen them do. When I used to play them, I used to see the same look every time. It took me to talk a little shit, and then they started changing things up. And it worked for them. I told them it wasn't really till the end where we really. I think the score was a little. I think the game felt closer than it was at the end.
Yeah.
I think it was a 14-7 half. I believe it was.
You guys up or they up?
We were up. It was close. But it was a good game. They played well. I'll give them credit.
How did you What's your take on that game there, Cam? You were part of it, correct?
Yeah, so at least from my perspective, like, it seemed like they wanted a lot more than at least I did. They came out fighting right away. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they were talking
Yeah.
early. They were
Yeah, yeah.
celebrating now third
Yeah.
down. So it was like,
Yeah.
it was a fun game though.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think we just pulled away at the end. We kind of just got the better of them through the course of the game, but they came fighting for sure. Yeah.
Now, do you think that's because all the shit talking?
Oh, yeah. I fired him up.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you get tired writing checks that he's writing,
I'm
or
used
cashing
to it.
checks?
It's just how it is, you know. He
Do you-
talks, and then I just have to.
Do you just tune in the show and be like, all right, who's going to be mad at me this week because of him? Yeah. All right, that's fair. So, Gumby's with the A seed, moving on to the finals.
Yep.
Nice, sweet schedule you guys had.
Oh,
All right.
you over here.
Spartans-
Leaper's missing everybody. Natty D's gets upset. I
Hey,
mean,
hey, hey.
Nick's not
Wait,
coming
wait,
Wednesday.
what-
I mean,
what do you-
Jesus.
What are you blowing all the...
This
all
is the same as this here.
Well, that's a half
I'd
hour
rather have
of
your
the show you
schedule.
just said in 3 seconds. What are you doing?
All right, anyway.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Pickle Dicks and Spartans.
I took Pickle Dicks to win. I don't know if they won.
I
though.
did take Spartans.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm double checking here. Looks like Pickle Dicks did lose. So it looks like Spartans won.
What's the score here?
So I have 4. He has 2.
All right, there we go.
Commanding lead.
Including pickle dicks.
That one, yes. All right, we got Milkman Black versus Get Plucked.
Okay. I took Get Plucked. But
I took Get Plucked.
I know. We actually pulled off the upset. It was quite a game. We ended up winning, I believe, by 4, maybe 5. It was a good game all the way down to the end. A QB change mid-game was needed,
I
but
benched
not me,
myself
though.
at
Not me.
quarterback.
I didn't go in.
I took myself out of the game. Brought in Karan, the backup, and I was in the zone rushing wise, so
Yeah.
I really had to focus on that. And then we got Jake in there at QB, and he really held it down for us.
Yeah.
So
So you've been rushing all season for them?
yeah.
You like
They're
it?
calling me Kevin McDonald Jr. So, yeah.
Well, how fast do you get kicked out of your first game then?
Not in that regard.
No,
Not in
no.
that regard. Just skill based.
Are you enjoying rushing?
It's fun, yeah. Actually, I think it's a lot of fun. It
Yeah.
sucks when I turn around and we let up a full field touchdown, but
Happens
it's
quite
happened
often.
quite a
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
this
yeah,
session.
yeah.
But
Well, with
but it's still
Tyler at
fun,
safety,
yeah.
I mean-
I know. No, Jake's at safety, but when me and him at corner and safety, that duo is not doesn't go together too well. But you do what you can, you know.
So you guys were down, came back, and won, huh?
We did. We had 40, 46, 42, something like that. It was a high
scoring?
scoring game. Yeah,
Wow. So who's Karan?
Jake, Big Jake,
Oh, okay.
Big Jake. Yeah.
So he came, so safety and quarterback, big roles for
Yes,
the big
yes.
guy.
He
Yeah,
was had to step up that game.
right on. All right, both of us lose there, no points.
Yep.
But Ben's busy on his phone. He's fucking had all day to do that. All right, Leapers and Nasty Boys.
Well, neither of you got a point in that one, right?
I took Leapers.
I took Nasty Boys. I knew. I don't even know if did we know. Did I know prior to last week that Colin and Garrett weren't going to be there?
I think we did.
Okay, we did. Yeah, no. So I took Nasty Boys. I probably would have taken you guys anyway, regardless of who was there. But yeah, no, I took you guys for sure.
I mean, you know, we let him pick up a couple guys. He says Dana was on the roster. I guess Dana played enough games, so. Either way, I wasn't gonna say no. He ended up picking up Max, which, respectably, they're both A players.
Yeah,
Max,
sure.
top 2, center in the league. I mean, I without a doubt, but obviously hard missing your quarterback.
Yeah, I think regardless, they could have picked up whoever. Johnny, honestly, yeah, but if you don't have a quarterback, I think Nick does actually all right for never playing,
No, Nick-
especially against you guys. You know what I mean? But I figured you guys would win that game. It seemed like it was somewhat close, but it seems like you guys had control of the game for most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe we might have went up early, and it just kind of. I don't think we're ever in fear of losing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they would have had to score, get the ball back, and score again type scenario.
Yep.
I don't know if we were up like 9 or 10. You know what I mean? Some weird number.
Sure.
But it wasn't like at all a blowout. It was a competitive game, top to bottom.
Sure.
And
I saw them coming back a little bit. I don't know if they ever made it real close, but I think they were down 3 scores and they made it to, I think it was like 26-9 or something, or 26-7, and then they cut it down to 2. So they had a chance. Just not enough offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. So Nasty Boys move on. They got to play the winner of North and Natty D's.
Yep.
What's that point for Pike?
Yep. Yep.
Scrambled eggs and Zoom.
I took Zoom here.
I took Zoom as well. I
Yep.
believe we are both losers.
Woo.
Shoot, where's my schedule? Scrambled eggs will play. Slipstream versus Scrambled eggs will play next season. Or next week.
Yep.
B2 semis. So obviously winner has to go up and play somebody. But
Us.
Milkman.
Sir.
oh,
Yep.
okay. B2, huh?
Oh yeah, B2. I have no idea why Slipstream's in B2, but it's all good, I guess.
I don't think you guys should be in B2 either.
Yeah, we should probably be in C if I had to, if that's what you're getting at. I would say C.
You're in the finals.
Dude, listen.
You can't be in the finals in B2 and say, yeah, we're a
Okay.
C team.
Who are the B1 teams? Let's see. I don't know if we're beating any of those guys. I mean, we had the upset of the week last week. I mean, we'll see if we can do it again. We're like 19.5-point underdogs coming into this next week playing Slipstream here. I mean, we got our
Well,
work cut out for
Slipstream
us.
still has to play them. You got-
Slipstream's going to win.
Once again,
And if
Tyler
they
Pike
don't, that's
benefits from
embarrassing.
a nice schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh, there's no allegedly. The proof's all
We
here.
actually did beat Slipstream in week 1. I don't know what happened. I don't know
did.
what's going on with that team. They got to figure it out, though, because they should not be losing to us. There's no excuse
Well,
for that.
Okay,
I think
so-
Jeff probably touched the ball like 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
that game. I don't think that's going to happen again. If we
No,
play them
oh,
this
no,
year.
no, no, no.
I think
It's going to
a
be
lot
back to
more,
those
so.
1-yard hitches, those handoffs on third down. We're going to get a full dose of that very complex offense they have over there
So
on Wednesday.
You're in one breath. You're saying you should be a C. They should be a B1. The next breath, you're saying you beat them this season.
Oh, we beat them, but don't remember what we
Hey,
say.
well,
The
they
better
beat Gumby's last session,
yeah, yeah.
so I
the
mean,
better team doesn't
stuff
always win, and I don't know if if we keep this team together, Milkman, right? I don't know if we'll ever have an upset like we did in week 1 against those guys. I don't know what happened. Again, I think it's just a mentality thing. They come in thinking they're going to dominate, so they're not fully locked in. Because this has happened to me before with, playing down to certain teams. But I don't know. I think Slipstream's better than B2 personally.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I kind of agree. But if
Yeah.
you did beat them, it looks like this.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it looks like it fell into place the way it kind of should have.
Yep.
Direct TDs, safety patrol.
I think I believe I took safety patrol in this game.
What do you mean you believe?
Well,
I thought we were marking them all.
Oh, I didn't mark them. I have them though. I have them.
So
them.
you're spitballing?
No.
You have
Okay.
no idea.
So, no, this is the only game that I don't know who I picked.
Oh, you
But I believe because I remember I was debating whether I'm taking direct or safety patrol. But I think I went with safety patrol.
you just happen to take the winners.
Oh, look at that!
Fairly close game. I'm taking my boys because I always pick against them and they lose. Well, I picked them and they lost.
yeah.
So, yeah, give Pike a point.
Sure.
So Spartans will be playing safety patrol for the B1 finals. Is that what it says? Yes, sir. B1 finals. All right. What do we got? We'll skip that game for now. We only got 2. Lawtown Local Degenerates.
I took Lawtown in this one.
I took Local Degenerates. Yeah, I think listening to the show, I said, all right, which team's Kenny Wheels playing on? And then I picked against him.
Yeah.
So I took the upset. Unfortunately, did not work out for me. Lawtown won. They're moving on. And they will play tackybar.com.
Okay.
Shout out Tacky Bar in the finals. All right. So I skipped this
Yep.
North Natty
I know.
D's game.
I noticed.
Did you happen to watch this game?
I didn't watch. I heard that it was a very ugly game. That's what I was told by somebody. And I also heard the North won.
Define ugly.
I don't know. That's what I was just told. It said it was the ugliest game I've watched. I think someone said it was the ugliest game I've watched them play. Talking about Natty D's. Let me just confirm this here because I'm not making this up.
I want to say that they might have had a
Okay.
few dropped passes
Yes,
leading
yeah.
to picks.
So that
what I
might
think
be
I
the
heard.
ugliest game
So
I've seen in a while.
that
just
did-
the game in general.
That did happen for sure. But there was tips, there was picks, there was Jimmy and I joked that if there was a stat for
Yep.
tip balls in a game,
Yeah.
this probably broke the record.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
Did you watched it?
Oh, yeah. I stayed and watched the whole thing.
You so was it two? Lost my thought there for a second.
No way. Nice. At least Ben's still zoned in. If it comes back, just ask. But so watching this game now,
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I remember. So were the quarterbacks good, or was it on them? Something missed throws, or a little bit of both? So you dropped tipped passes, because sometimes a tipped pass can be on the quarterback. Sometimes it can be on the receiver. So Jake versus John head to head. Who do you think played better in the game? I didn't watch.
I honestly think they both played pretty well.
Okay? So they both played good. Okay.
I thought they both played.
Yeah.
Fairly. I mean, one, you're going against two very difficult defenses.
Sure.
And I don't know if I saw Johnny make one of his one-handed picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that might have been the cleanest pick. I think everything else was deflected off a guy's chest, stuff like that. Lot of turnovers, but I didn't think it was mainly the quarterback's fault.
Sure.
I watched both of them play really well, high competition. I mean, I had guys leave right after my game, and I was going to meet them somewhere, and I started watching the game, and I could not leave.
Sure.
Back and forth, great game, very intense, and the North ended up.
So was it a one-score game, down to the wire?
Yeah, pretty much.
The Natty D's have the ball at the end with a chance to win.
The Natty D's had the ball
in a legit chance too, not like 20 seconds at the start.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, they were driving down. They were about third and I want to say 5.
Sure.
And Johnny took the snap, rolled left immediately. I'll give the North's defense credit. They rolled with them. Everything was covered. I don't think there was anything. And with the way it was going, you knew there was going to be a tip interception if you just. So he rolls all the way, basically a couple yards from the sidelines, makes the rusher miss, and it was very awkward. It looked like the rusher hit him, but then it also looked like he flag guarded, and they ended up being no call there.
Okay.
He rolled all the way back. He had his brother, the center, flashing out to the sidelines, and then he had Johnny almost come this way and then all the way back line.
Sure.
And Jamal stayed right in between both of them.
Wait. So who's throwing? Who has the ball throwing right now?
Johnny. I'm sorry, senior.
Oh, senior's throwing here. Okay.
So senior's got the ball. Rolls left, rolls right. He's got Johnny like back end zone, and then his brother getting to the sidelines, and Jamal stayed right in the middle, almost within arm's reach.
Yeah.
And senior must have been waiting for him to make a decision, and it just took too long. Ended up being 7 seconds.
Oh,
I didn't know if he crossed the line. There was a lot of. He ended up throwing it. I think the right throw was to his brother, but I think he was looking Johnny. Obviously.
Sure. I think in that situation you go to your best player. Obviously, if he's covered, then
Right.
But give him a chance. Don't take the 7 seconds.
He ends up getting it to Johnny. Johnny catches it. Now, did he celebrate a little bit? Obviously, the refs call 7 seconds. North celebrates a little bit. Natty D's didn't like the call, but I mean, there's no way it wasn't 7 seconds.
Sure.
There's a lot of people on the sidelines.
So you think it was a good no call on the roughing, the flag guard? Do you think a little bit of both? Just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't think the rusher or Johnny Senior complained about the contact.
Okay, yeah.
It just looked like an awkward kind of rollout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I don't know. I drop a better play. Like I don't know. Rolling all the way left. Maybe they had a play and he had to. But I don't know. Get your best guy one-on-one with the corner. I don't care who it is. It's Johnny. Get him something. Get him into space. Let him run a double move. Just get him the ball in space somewhere. Or run something off of it quick.
There wasn't
you know what I mean?
much space. North shut that goal line down so fast.
I would have had him alone on the right and let him just do something over there. I don't know. I don't know what play they called, so I can't speak too much into it. But anytime you're gonna roll, with the game on the line, that's a broken play.
It looked like it was a design play, and it almost looked like it was designed for Johnny.
It could have been,
but there was other options.
Sure.
And then he broke out away from the rusher, and the guys read the quarterback and rolled with him.
Or have Johnny set a pick, try to run something off.
You can't set a pick, right?
Well, you can do it legally.
You can?
Yeah.
How so?
So thanks. We've run that many times. We'll go slot right, does a hitch, 6 yards, outside guy, rub right underneath. Pump fake the guy underneath. The guy that does the pick rolls back right. Perfectly
That's not a
legal.
pick. He's doing a stop.
Well, exactly. But so it's like a legal pick. You know what I mean?
It's a rub route, I guess.
The Gumbies have ran picks illegally, though, in the past.
You don't
Prior
think so?
to me and him playing. We clean that shit up. Don't worry. We don't do that cheap shit anymore. No, I'm just playing. But
Yeah, I don't
they
think
have.
since you've been playing with them, I don't think I've seen it.
Nope.
To be honest.
Yeah, no, we don't. One time they ran when I don't know. I forget who it was, but it was just so odd. I think it was against you guys actually, and it was causing uproar. And I was like, dude, that's a penalty. You cannot do that. But that's one of those calls that the refs they don't call, dude. They can. I don't know if it's
Right.
You don't see it too often, but
Right.
Yeah,
Well, most people don't do it, and to give people, Gumbies, they disguise it sometimes, and they do it naturally to let it develop naturally. Mostly, it's when it's the obvious ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't know what it was, but the North, they wanted that game. They shut that stuff down.
Yeah.
So fast, and it.
So, do you think the North is better than Natty D's right now? They beat them twice this session, both close.
I mean, how do you say no? I guess. Jake's clicking.
I think North has the better quarterback. I think that plays a role, but I think Natty D
plays into your agenda too. But
it does. I think Natty D's has the best player on the field. I think they have the best corner as well. But I don't think Jamal's a drop off from Adam. I do think Adam's the best corner. I think Jamal is probably the second best. So great players on both. That's an even match. That's an even match game. Maybe they get Austin back. Maybe Natty D's has the edge. They get that second corner. I don't know who else is playing corner out there, but when we played them, they were having fits with that other corner. They couldn't really figure that out too much.
Yeah, maybe the other Wetzel brother makes a difference. But they're regardless. Their first game between the two teams went in overtime. This one came down to the wire too. So maybe an evenly matched right now. The North has added a couple pieces, which I've been saying for a while. Get some consistent players who play with you and only you. Yeah. And now, finally Gino's pulled his head out of his ass, started listening.
I think Kenny says he's nuts. Woods is the best corner there.
I think Woods and Adam are the top two. Put whoever at one. Not going to complain about it. Not going to disagree. Just I've gone against Adam so many times. You've played Adam too a ton. I mean, you just know how good he is. He's got that burst it's crazy. But I don't know. I'll take either of them. I wouldn't complain about either of them. I haven't played against Jamal too much to speak too much on how great he is, but everybody knows he's one of the best. So there's no doubt.
Yeah. Moving on. A lot of us and Kenny Richards sees a lot outside of Bedford.
Oh yeah.
Your experience outside of Bedford's not what everybody else's is.
I would love it to be.
I'm not
for
saying,
whatever.
Again,
you know what I mean?
I credit you last week. You're all about going out and playing wherever it is, whoever it is. But while I'm kind of on the topic of his agenda, Ken, let me ask you something. If it were up to you, what team would you and Tyler Pike go play on? If it were up to you, if you had any team to pick on,
this is tough right now because we currently play for Gumbies. We got Milkmen, right? So that's our own team. And we also have...
Aside from your own team.
Okay,
if you could have gone... So let's say before the Gumbies kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I got to say first, I have more fun than anything playing on the Milkman. Like, I just love playing with those guys. Like, nothing's better than playing with all your friends. Like, that's just how it is. But I'd probably say Natty D's because, like, again, I know a lot of those guys. Like, I've known them for years, so I feel like it would be... And, like, they were always older than us playing in, like, different age groups.
They were always
one age kind of cool to play with them. Yeah,
sure.
I don't know. We've known them for a while, so that would probably be my first pick. But I like playing with Gumbies. I like all those guys. And now I'm stuck with them in the Mud Bowl and stuff like that. So
do you like playing in the mud?
Yeah, it was fun.
It's fun.
Kenny's like political answer.
No, that's an honest answer. You could tell. What are you doing in here? You couldn't be part of the show.
5 times about grabbing a fucking goddamn beer.
We have a fridge.
Yeah, and my beer's in this one. Read the comments, man.
Guy said he couldn't.
Wasn't reading yours.
So
you didn't want to give me a heads up that he's gonna come in and ruin the show.
Well, dude, I don't know what he want me to do. Does he want me to get him a beer and exit the pot and hand it to him? I was confused as to how he really wanted this to go down.
Listen. Connor needs to ruin the show, whatever aspect.
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Natty D's. Now, they call us. They're like, "Yo, look, you two, next session, we need you." Now we're in a pickle because we play with Gumbies. I mean, Cap has said to me, he said, "I don't care." Honestly, he's like, "I don't really care who you guys play with. As long as you two are with us for mud, he doesn't really care." Now, I don't know if the other people would feel that way, but I don't know, man. Yeah, Natty D's for sure.
all right. Well, that wraps up our Wednesday recap. We'll get on to. Do you want to? Let's get right in. Why don't we pick our champions for Wednesday and then move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jared said should have thrown a beer to Connor so Cam can pick it up.
All right. We got Slipstream and Scrambled Eggs.
Slipstream wins. They win handedly, I believe, and then they advance to the championship.
How do I edit this? So you're picking Slipstream?
I am picking Slipstream.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna Mason and company.
He's on like 7 teams.
I know, and he's
We just played him last week.
He's the biggest complainer about.
I know. Yeah, I do remember that from the pod when he joined.
Yep. All right. I gotta go Slipstream too. All right, we got.
Kenny says Slipstream -20.
I'm
Can
taking Slipstream.
Yeah. No doubt here.
Why did you guys talk about this in the show? Like, hey, we got to be nice about those guys because last time we were dicks, they
they're
wiped
in
the floor
B2
with us.
now. They're in the B2 now. They're not in the A anymore.
Oh, so now you got to be nice to them.
Well, they should be dominating.
So you're
it.
only dicks to A's, A division players and stuff.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Oh, yeah. All right, we got Lawtown Tacky Bar for the C division finals.
I'm gonna go Kevin McDonald and Company and Tacky Bar. I think they're gonna win. We'll see though.
I'm gonna have to go Lawtown.
Yeah,
Like I got it. How many am I down on this kid?
It should be only one, right?
I think it's 2. Ben, I'm talking to you.
Well, he's not really keeping score.
Wait.
You stopped keeping score?
Well, he has.
No, you're up. Pike's up 5.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I was asking. What the score was?
Oh, okay.
Right, you weren't paying attention. It's fine.
You're talking about something completely unrelated. We're not even doing that anymore. We're doing picks.
He's just asking how much he's down, so he knows.
You're down by 1.
There you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
You have to excuse my friend. He's a little slow. All right, Spartan Safety Patrol B1 finals.
I'm gonna go Spartans here.
Yeah, you're a dick. Yeah, I'm gonna go Spartans too.
Yeah.
Spartans win B1 last session. Yeah, they beat.
They beat Carter's team, right? And Duval and
No, that was 2 seasons ago.
Oh wow. All
and
right.
that might have been B2.
Are you sure that was 2 seasons ago?
Yes.
God damn. All right.
No, because I believe they beat DirecTV's last season in the finals.
Okay.
Well, maybe it was last season. Maybe that was the first round of playoffs. Maybe that was semis. Now, what happens? Spartan wins another B1 in a row. What happens? They move
Hey, the
up?
Birds. See ya. Down to the Bees. Spartans, welcome to the club. That might be how it has to be. I don't know.
All right.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, maybe they can. Maybe you know what they should do? Maybe they should just in our next session have Dirty Birds play Spartans in week 6, and whoever wins gets to the A's. Unless there's another team in there that's obviously should be in the A's. Maybe that's what they can do.
All right. It's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Milkman versus your pick my pick would be Slipstream. I'm taking Slipstream. Fuck you guys.
We are 19.5 point underdogs going into this game right now. I believe.
Who comes up with these
Me.
spreads?
I believe that's quite accurate. I think we lose, but I think we cover. So whatever that means, if that's a win, that's a win. But I think we lose the game, but I think we cover the spread. Maybe.
Okay.
Garbage time touchdown or something at the end. I don't know. I don't know if I trust. Well, we don't know who's starting quarterback yet, so they cannot game plan for what's gonna go down because we have this kid or Jake who's gonna start, and we're gonna leave him. We're gonna leave him.
Over and under 0.5 throws out of him.
I'll go over.
You said you weren't going to throw.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said we're talking about for him. Okay.
Under.
No, under. Yeah.
He actually has 1 throw in the season, but it was the last play.
We made sure it was.
The game was over already.
I think we were playing either Pickle Dicks or we were playing someone. Oh yeah, Pickle Dicks. They said we could go for 9 from midfield to win. So we tried it. I hit the net in field too. That was a touchdown too, so we would have won that game. But anyway,
All right, we got the North and Nasty Boys.
Nasty Boys wins. They get. Do you guys probably would have? Not that you'll say this right now because you're playing them, but you guys probably would have rather play the North over Natty D's, just because. Did you play the North this session? You must have, right?
Yeah, week 1.
Yeah. Did you beat them?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, obviously you lost in that to Natty D. So maybe you would have rather play the North.
No.
I just think you guys are gonna win. I think you guys are the better team. I think. Yeah. I mean, that's really all I got. I think this shaped best case scenario for you guys. I think Leaper's missing guys, and then the North beats Natty D's, and then us with no Nick. I think everything lines up. Not that I think you would have lost any of these games if it were any.
How do you
way.
say that when I'm missing half my team?
No,
Everything's
sure,
lined up
sure.
for us.
Hey, listen, that team you had there last week was pretty good. You got a good defense over there.
Allegedly.
McDonald, Connor, Tang, Jay, and whoever. I keep forgetting the fifth corner,
right.
the other corner.
So good you can't even remember the names.
Dude, who's the other corner?
Doesn't matter, I
Jay,
guess.
Tang, and I can't. Maybe Louis. I don't know if he's the other guy, but we all know how good he is. And
Well, he didn't show up to the playoff game this week.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I'm taking the North.
Oh, here we go.
Both teams missing players. Jake's kicking ass.
Yeah.
Taking the North. And then Gumbies versus Winner.
Okay, Gumby's Nasty Boys. Whew. I think that with no Nick, we are about 9.5 point underdogs. Almost double digits, not quite. Well, I'm just doing this based
I
on
have no
what I've
Adam, no
experienced.
Kenny, no Louie.
You don't get to count
What does that
Adam
even
and
mean?
Kenny as out because we know they're out. We know they're not coming back this session. So that doesn't count. Nick, we don't know why he's not going, but we were informed today that he is not able to go.
You're informed today?
Yeah.
He told me last week.
Yeah, so, they just talked about the game in the group chat today, just who's in and who's out, and we know he's out. So it's going to be...
Did you pop Cam's tire so he can't go tomorrow? Breaking news, Cam's not going either.
I
I always ride with them, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I think Nasty Boys wins 2 scores.
I'm taking the North, the upset over the Gumbies.
Okay. You think that's an upset? You think? I don't know.
Well, maybe.
I think it's a pick'em game if it ends up being us 2.
All right. Picks are in. I'm down 1 going into there. All right.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to recap Monday's championship games. We got some photos for you. And then we got a couple little games we're going to play with our special guest, Cam.
No, I don't know about these. I have not been informed of what's about to go down in about 20 minutes.
I have no idea.
Me neither.
Danny
We'll see.
says he's popping his tires. Free all you speak. Y'all owe me.
All right, we had... Oh, shoot. This is the wrong schedule. Son of a gun. 1 second. I don't save the schedules anymore.
Yeah, I got
And that's the problem.
the Monday one.
You do? You don't even know who was there, who played, or what?
Boy, you stink at this.
No, you know what? I got a problem, actually, with Mondays. I got a problem with Whack Pack. Talking to my brother after the game.
Yeah?
The consolation game, I guess they won 108 to something.
Yo,
This team, I got a problem with this team now. They're bullies. But they're the bully that nobody, they beat up on the bad teams. I don't know who they played, so maybe they're not bad. And then when they go away when it comes to some competition. What's going on with these kids? These kids are supposed to be up and coming. This is not I don't like this right now. I don't like this right now.
Adam says Cam, Pike, and the Milkman all ride the school bus, Bedford together.
I don't. Okay, continue.
Well, I mean,
I just brought him up because I thought of them. I know they play on Mondays. I asked my brother how it goes. I was like, "Oh, it's the score."
Listen,
He's like,
I
108. I'm like, "What? 108?"
I mean,
They're the bullies.
I mean, I think they played
Yeah,
a
yeah.
team. I think they played a team with only 4 guys at first. I think it was prime time.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Adam says, Pike, our first game was with Bad Batch. We won 96-0.
We did win
Oh,
96-0.
yeah, I remember that.
Sure.
But
That was fun.
that was a lot of pick sixes.
Yeah. Oh,
That
yeah. No.
wasn't you.
And I left that game early, I believe. I think
Yeah, the Cowboys.
Cowboys played at 8:15. I had to get up out of there quick. And I don't. Yeah. No. I left and it was like 60-0. I didn't do much.
Yeah.
I threw maybe 4 touchdowns that game. But yeah.
Hey, I can't knock them. They're out there playing, having fun.
I
and
wish if
they're
they had
making-
been beating, like if they had won, I don't know. I think they're the bullies. They're beating up on the bad teams and then they're cowering when the good teams come around.
They're making some moves for next season.
I hope so because
You haven't heard?
I have not heard.
Ooh.
No, I have not heard.
They're coming.
Oh, I maybe we'll do a play it with Gumbies. We'll cross platform one night or something. Make them come to Wednesdays or something. They should be coming to Wednesdays. They were once an A team over there. What happened? What's going on with them?
I don't know.
Me
Maybe
neither.
some of them can't do Wednesdays. They're kids.
No, I'm saying they're an A team on Wednesdays, then they go to Mondays, which is worse, and then they are B2 or whatever they are. What's going on?
I don't. No. I don't think there were A's on Mondays.
Well, no. On Wednesdays, they
Wednesdays.
were one session. Remember, because we played them.
Yeah, we
played
got them in the playoffs.
It was us two, and then you guys and Dirty Bird. So that wasn't a.
That was Mondays.
Was that Mondays?
Yes. Remember, because you guys were the undefeated or something.
What team were we?
Milkman.
We were Milkmen? Oh, we were, because Karan... no, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, no, that was Mondays.
Yeah, I don't think they ever made A's on
Yeah, no,
Wednesdays.
that doesn't surprise me, actually. Now that that makes more sense.
It does get confusing.
A little bit, yeah.
You're crossing it.
Yeah.
You just keep playing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, heard they're making moves. So, either way, we had Slackers and actually, wait a minute. You got that photo that I sent you? Remember how I said I want them in order? Mm-hmm. All right. We had Steamboats versus, it ended up being Ballbusters. Ballbusters gets the win early, beat Grandma's Cookies, moves up. Steamboats plays Ballbusters, and here are your C Division champions, the Steamboats. Another team Mason's on.
And do you think it's fair they're in the C? You believe that they should be in the C, or do you think that they... Well, maybe now looking at it that they won. Do you think it was a fair placement for them this session being in the C's? Or do you think they were... I mean, if you're going to be like, oh, maybe a low B2 team. But at that point, then
hold
it's
on.
like...
They were even mad about it. Last season, they were in the A's.
Oh, okay. So
And then,
okay.
yeah, they were not happy about it.
That's
I
quite
remember hearing Anthony Bryan give Jimmy a kind of a hard time, like, Jimmy, why are we in the C's?
We used to run the C's, actually, back in like 2017, 2018. We used to dominate over there. I miss those days.
Got quite a few sweatshirts.
We do.
In just a few years. So.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourselves.
Yeah, I know. I wish we could go back to those days.
You should.
We should be. We should be with this other team, but we're not.
You can't say that you're in the finals. You beat
Kind of.
another B2 team.
We're just upsetting people left and right. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
The other team's got to bring the mentality that we're not horrible, and they'll beat us. But they sleep on us, and then they let us win. They let us steal the game.
All right, you got the next one for me? Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Nope, that's the first one. Give me 1 second. Where the heck was that? Dead air. I'm trying to find. There was C. Where's the B2? No. So B2, balls deep, raw dogs, semis. Oh, and then winner played Whack Pack, and Whack Pack. Did Whack Pack win the finals in that one?
No, Whack Pack lost in round 1, and then they played a consolation game and beat up on a team.
I'm looking at it right now.
Well, that's what I was told.
By who?
My brother. I said, how did you lose to...
Oh, Jimmy must have fucked up the schedule.
Jimmy
then.
fucked up this week, too. I don't know if you noticed.
Did you just
No.
say the F word?
Yeah, he did. He said, well, it wasn't a huge deal, but he said that that Milkmen, we play the winner of Field 2, which is Natty D's and Pickle Dicks or whatever. And he meant Field 1, which was Slipster, but it wasn't a big deal. But
Oh.
he's been fucking up lately. What's going on? You should call him live on air and ask him right
he's-
now.
It's aviation 1B2.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know why they had Aviation Nation.
Yeah.
and-
Jimmy, sorry, CJ's saying Jimmy messed up. I think
Okay,
we
so-
all know at this point Jimmy.
All right, that makes more sense. I think what had happened was Whack Pack, who must have lost last week or whatever,
Yeah, they lost last week,
Okay.
which is a little embarrassing.
played Ballers Gone Broke and smoked them.
Yeah.
Aviation Nation ended up playing, I believe, Raw Dogs in
Yeah.
the B2 finals, and Aviation
yeah.
Nation won. We get the photo here of all these handsome gentlemen, and Rocket only 7 guys there, but that's their normal kind of core. Gert throws does very well for those guys, and they play well. You know,
Sure.
they add a few guys, kind of subtract a few guys. You know, they get in A's, they tether a lot, but they'll win B's,
Sure.
B1, B2. They'll compete in A's. I believe they've been in a couple A finals over the past
It's a
couple
team
of
that
years.
fluctuates
Yeah.
division to division. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was the other one? Where was the B1? Oh yeah, so the B1 finals was Slackers Too Nasty. Slackers won in overtime. Very close game, good game. Artie dicing up my boys, unfortunately, and I had a little pep talk with them after.
Wait.
And said,
So which game was this? Did you say?
Slackers and Too Nasty.
Okay. So Artie threw for Too Nasty.
Sorry, different Artie. You might not know
Okay,
him.
no, I don't. Yeah.
So, this other guy, Artie, throws for Slackers at one point in time.
Okay,
Honestly,
no, I know who you're talking about
Okay,
now,
okay.
'cause I know you're about to say he was great one time. He was really great. Is that
he was probably the best quarterback
yeah,
around by
yeah,
far at one
yeah,
point in
gotcha.
time, for sure.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And you can see a glimpse of just smart plays, great throws.
Sure.
Still got a cannon, still moves pretty good.
Being smart goes a long way as a quarterback. You can be, if you got the plays, you don't have to have the best arm. You don't have to have the strongest arm. You don't have to be the most accurate.
Do you think that'll end your career soon?
I think that applies to you mostly. I think you aren't. I think you don't have a huge arm. I don't think your accuracy is necessarily an issue. Maybe when you start pushing it downfield a little bit, but I think your play calling is really what puts you over the top. Not to just knock you here, but
Sounds like you are. All right. Slackers getting the overtime win. And then we had A Division Finals. We had Manch Vegas Mambas, who for a while I've been saying should be in the A's, and Nasty Boys. And
what was the final score of this game?
ooh,
Was it close?
we beat them by 9.
Okay, so that's weird. I don't know.
How's that weird to you?
Blow 'em out. That's what I expect.
Why would you think we'd blow them out?
You have Deuce. You
Right.
have you throw, or does Artie throw? It's a little mix.
I threw.
Okay, you threw. So yeah, you have Derek. You have Deuce. You have all these guys. So did you? I think that you guys should be able to pretty much score on most drives. I'm sure you may. Was it high scoring or low scoring?
Low scoring.
I was just incorrect then.
29-18 maybe. Well, medium scoring.
Sure.
Nothing. I mean, they scored on their first 2 drives, and we made an adjustment on defense, and then made it very difficult for them.
Yeah.
Kevin played very
I
good.
think Deuce in your offense is scary.
It can be.
You move him into my offense, it's a little different just because we run totally different offenses.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a vertical. You're more of like a.
Yeah, but he's very versatile.
No,
he can do it all.
Oh, he can do it. But I think
So-
he's best when I think you just get him the ball in space, and I think your offense would better benefit him in that regard.
Maybe.
Personally.
Maybe. And it would be interesting having him on the show and asking him
Sure. Oh yeah.
what
Yeah,
style,
yeah,
who
yeah.
does he like as a quarterback type deal.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, there's what I love about the guy is he has no problem being a decoy route. There's no
Sure,
problem being
sure,
the
sure.
guy who gets the ball.
Yeah.
And because he's such a disciplined receiver, I'm never yelling at him for fucking up a route. You know what I mean? Or not doing something he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for other guys to get open
Yeah.
too. And obviously he demands a lot of
Speed is unreal. I mean,
quickness
talk
and
about
yeah.
fastest guy in Bedford. Maybe. I'd probably take him over Jeff and Red.
As
To be
far-
honest,
yeah, I mean,
you get him in a straight sprint. Whew, no one's catching him.
it would be impressive.
Maybe you, but nobody else.
Well, makes sense. But no, I mean, it was a close game. I said for a while Mamba should be A Division, and they
Yeah.
proved it. Potentially, Mamba's moving to Wednesdays next season.
Ooh, okay. So
That
that
would
brings
be-
a little bit. So
that
now,
would-
what do you think right now? Do you think they're better than Dirty Birds right now, right on the spot?
Yeah, I do.
You do, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I did not say that Dirty Birds. Just a heads up. He said it, not me.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did not say Manch Vegas was better than you.
I'm sorry, Dirty Birds. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, they play a good defense. They have a lot of height on that team. They have a lot of speed. I mean,
Franklin, Trey, right? 2 guys they have.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they have a guy taller than Trey.
Yeah, I know. I've
Yeah.
heard about this man.
Yeah, he's huge.
Sure.
I mean, they got Waz, they have Cam, they got speed, they got skill.
Sure.
Elliott's very dangerous,
Runner.
If you don't have a top-notch rusher,
He's gonna. Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna punish you.
This is how we would lose the teams with our old team because Pat would rush.
Oh, don't start blaming Pat.
Oh, I'm blaming
Don't
Pat.
start blaming Pat.
He was watching earlier. He's definitely not still watching. There's no chance.
You
No,
just
you-
need to hear his song and then he
There's no chance he's been watching for more than 1 minute.
You think he rides to work listening to that
He
song?
doesn't even know that you're on the show right now, and he just joined. I wonder what his reaction was when he saw you.
You don't put it in your guys' chat?
No, we were
you
going
just
to.
talk about dumb
We
shit,
were
like who's a
going to.
better driver?
Who's a better driver? Oh, that was a classic.
Would you guys keep stats like, oh, Cam got in 2 accidents in
There's
2018?
always a couple moments where if we're all together, we'll look back on it and be like, dude, listen, I think you're a good driver, but I cannot forget about this that happened right here.
Remember
So it's
when
good.
Pat was driving down the hill on the bike? See, he can't drive
that was
either.
a good one. That was a good one.
But no, back to the game. Unfortunately, a week ago, Elliott was saying out with the old, in with the new. Fuck nasty boys, and unfortunately, we're king of the hill still right now. And
I'm surprised you didn't put 50 on him after him saying that.
I couldn't. That
That's what
defense
most
played very
teams.
good.
That's what I feel like happens. You talk shit for some reason. The game ends up being closer than it should. Like this happened against Dirty Birds. We wax them every time we play them. I put 70 on these guys every time we play them. All of a sudden, I say that I don't think they're the greatest team that ever stepped on field 3, and it's 14-7 at half. What's up with that? I don't really know.
Well, I'm telling you fueled them up.
Yeah, I did. You should have seen the kid that covered this kid on the first drive. I forget who it was. I think it was Cam or something. It's third and long. I mean, we're taking a chance. I'd throw it up, and it was just a little off. And he's like, "Don't try me." He yelled that like 7 times. I never matched up on you again after that, certainly. But Jesus, I didn't think they would. I was telling someone, I'm like, guys, look, whatever said on this podcast, don't look too deep into it. It's not the. I mean, Derek would actually, if Derek, you're watching, we know that you are. He would agree with me right now with what I just said. Don't look too deep into what's said on this podcast. Well, actually, he was a victim of that as well, though. But he would agree with me overall.
He said things. He kind of called people out, and they called
back him
out
up.
on it,
He did back him up, though. Playing them.
Of course. But all right, I'll take the junior instance. When you say junior's afraid to play us, you're putting him in a corner.
Yeah.
And listen, I'll be the first to rip on Junior, poke fun at him. I love the guy. He's not afraid to play anybody. So I knew it was not true.
Sure.
And yes, Derek wasn't 100% confident in saying that. He's just saying it because it was.
Sure.
And then they challenged us. But
Yeah.
Oh, back to the game. Honestly, it was a great A division finals. It was good. It was loud. It was competitive, and unfortunately, Mamba's gonna have to wait for theirs. But I'd be very excited to see them on Wednesdays because that would add another.
Sure.
And like I said, I think they're a solid A team. I don't know what the North does at that point in time.
Yeah.
Which kind of. I'm not always, like when I bring up the A teams, and I'm not always trying to go back to the Gumbies Leapers kind of.
Listen,
but if we had another now, it's North and Mambas.
Exactly.
It kind of.
Well, actually, wait. I don't know if Leapers is coming back next session, or at least I don't know what they're gonna do. They were talking about it last week.
Oh, I heard.
You heard.
Oh,
okay, so you know something.
You're gonna be pissed.
Listen, yeah. Oh, I think I know about what you're talking about. Crazy, but whatever. Listen, I'm not going to get into it right now. I mean, I gave them the offer. The offer was on the table. They won once. They won one time without Garrett, and it was. Listen, not to take anything away. They had like 0 first downs up until the last 6 minutes of the game. Johnny Sr., pick six. Stupid. You can't have that. 12-6 all of a sudden. Now so this is a championship between Natty T's and Leapers a long time ago with no Garrett. Bud was throwing. So now it's 12-6. The Leapers is 0 first downs. Somehow it's a 1-score game. They get a stop. Leapers gets a stop. They get the now Leapers has the ball back. They go all the way down the field and they score. So they scored when they needed to. And then they go for the conversion and it's a tipped completion. I cannot that win because I picked Natty D's to win that game.
That was semis. That wasn't the finals.
Okay, it wasn't the finals.
Right.
But
I watched that game.
Crazy.
Remember, the tip and
I cannot
Dave
believe
catching
that.
in the back. Oh, we were watching that game.
I cannot believe that. No, but was the podcast going at the time?
No.
It wasn't.
No.
Okay, something might have been going on. I might have a list or something because I remember I was pulling for
sure.
Natty D's for like I didn't care that much, but I think I had said something about like them being better. But then when you lose to a team with their quarterback isn't there, it's hard for me to come on here and be like, you're still better.
That's
you know
why
what I
I
mean?
credit that Leapers defense for being honestly one of the greatest of all
defense.
time in that building.
We're not worried about them personally. I'd be much more worried about you guys over there. But we don't. We want
Cam, what do you
Leapers.
think? Are you not worried about Leapers at all?
bro? We want them. We don't want you guys. We don't want
I'm
Natty
asking
D's.
Cam.
What is this in regard to?
Well, he said
Sessions?
you. He said we, and he pointed at you and said we're not worried about Leapers.
Because they don't know how to cover him over there. We've watched his first
I'm
hand.
asking him.
When we split up with Gumbies and them, it gets a little interesting. Them at their top, like them fully loaded, though, is scary. I'll admit that. Like, we struggle with them hard, and anytime we played them in the playoffs when we were on Milkman.
Yeah.
So, I'll give them credit there.
And we beat them, actually, last time we played them. It wasn't, I don't know if it was playoffs. I don't think it was. But I think they've become overrated a little bit. I think that...
They're the defending champs.
Yeah.
And they lost us because they were missing their two best players, arguably.
Hey, listen, I don't know what to tell you. They're lucky they never have to go through us. They never have to go through us when get into the championship. And that's what I hate about this split team thing. We played them once,
you really
and
hate about it, but it works.
Cap,
Kenny Wheels hates not working 40 hours a week, but he still doesn't work 40 hours a week.
Cap, he thought he was slick. We're going to play a short game because we don't want everybody to be tired. No,
We
he
gotta
wanted
hear
a
this
short
story
game
again?
because he thought he would benefit from it.
All right. You know how many times you told this story?
I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
Let's move on.
Sure.
Good call, Ben. But no, hey, hats off to Mamba's good game.
Yeah.
But honest, hats off to my Nasty Boy team there. They battled. They wanted that game.
Sure.
We played hard. Everybody top to bottom. Gomes kicking ass. Brian coming in making huge fucking plays.
Yeah.
Tangway, honestly, probably one of the best defensive games I've ever seen out of him.
I think he's one of the top. I don't know. I don't understand.
No.
I don't think he gets talked about enough in terms of he's a top 5 corner. Maybe top 3. He might be 3.
He's close. The knock on, and I haven't said this, but other people have. The knock on Tang, he can get beat easy. Sometimes he gets baited in. But
I don't think he gets enough respect.
You're right.
I think Adam, your son, gets a ton of respect, but
so
it's
Adam
great.
gets more respect than he deserves. Okay.
But
Everybody
I'm saying,
knows what you're saying.
No, but
You're
I'm
not hiding it.
What I'm saying is I think Tang deserves the same amount of respect, but I oftentimes don't think he gets it.
No, you're 100% right there.
Okay,
I
that's what I'm
love
saying.
Evan Tang, but he's not a full nasty boy. So
Hey, you haven't seen
we don't
Adam.
really
I don't
talk.
think we've even seen the best of Adam yet, though. He's so young. He's only getting better.
Sure.
There's actually only a handful of players I think in the league that are still going up. I think a lot of the guys you see are as good as they're going to get right now, and that's just it. But I think there's a handful of guys that are going.
I think I'm getting better.
Yeah, I think.
Let's go.
He's never going to say you're getting older.
I think I've got better pike.
I think that.
right, shut up, Ben.
Most people that are under 25 years old are going up, not down, or not down necessarily, but not. They haven't plateaued yet. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. And that honestly, what I've seen, this is my advice to a lot of people. It's like, take care of your body.
Sure.
Don't be the dude drinking every night or weekend and partying and being dumb. And trust me, it goes a long way when you start getting older.
Yeah.
You'll extend that. If you like playing football, it'll extend that career. I can tell you that. All right, I did have. What did I? I did have something I wanted to do with Cam.
Yeah, 108. Wild.
What?
That's just a comment.
We have 108 comments and nobody's bringing any of these to the table.
No. One of the comments says 108. I don't know if he's referring to the score of Whack Pack.
Yeah.
I believe he is.
Probably.
Crazy. What the happened? Alex, if you're watching and we know that you are, please comment.
They're playing Ballers Gone Broke, and
Is Alex on that team?
I have no idea.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Adam said, "Hold on, Pike guys. Pike complimented me."
See, now this is what you've done.
What did I do?
You have made it out to seem. You've done this with Dirty Birds. You've done this with Slipstream, and now you've done this with Adam. You've made it out to seem like I think these guys are not good. This is not true. This is not true.
You think Adam's overrated? When we did the start bench cut,
Dude, they go start bench cut Cam, Johnny, and Adam. Like, oh my bad, I'm cutting Adam. Like,
no,
sorry.
It was every scenario he cut Adam, which I didn't even bring up.
Yeah,
Somebody
but see,
else
they were
did.
doing that because they kept being like, Deuce, Colin, Adam. It's like, bro, like, don't be doing this. Give me like 3 players that are like similar. You know what I mean? Crazy.
All right, well, we're gonna play a little game
All right,
real
let's see it.
quick.
Let's do it.
So, we talked about playing with Pike, and unfortunately Cam's got to sit there and not talk. It's Cam or that's the
Okay,
game.
let's go.
It's Cam or somebody else. Who do you pick?
So who is this? How does this work? Is he going to answer as well? Like if he thinks he's better than this player?
No, we're not putting
Okay,
him
okay.
on blast. Why do you,
All right.
try to make everybody
No,
look
I just
bad?
want to know. I just was wondering.
This was kind of your idea.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. No, I think
you
it was a
know.
great idea. I brought this up many weeks ago, months ago actually, before you were even here.
All right. First up
Cam or
in my little brain.
should you?
Cam.
Yo, Ben. Actually, no, maybe not. I was gonna say live polls, but
Don't bring me into this.
yeah.
What do you want? Live poll?
I was
No.
gonna say live polls, but I feel like people just will vote. Well, you're not gonna get the truth.
Put.
It's gonna be tough to rapid fire those.
Well, I love how you want to do a poll, and then you're like, no one's
Well,
gonna
I was
vote.
thinking
Honestly,
about it. I was thinking, it's a trend. You
Well,
know,
we're doing
hey,
a couple in a row. It's
No,
fine.
just
Sure, sure.
do one poll. Is Cam overrated? Yes or no?
All right, we can do that.
Not overrated by Ty.
Yeah.
In general, because I think the answer might be different.
No, the
No,
answer for
I'm telling
sure
you,
is
they're gonna.
different.
But you're not gonna get one person that's gonna vote no. I'm telling you right now. 95-5.
Is he overrated?
Yeah, everyone's gonna say yes just because it's fun. I'm telling you right now.
We can't get anything on.
I'm gonna see who votes yes, and I'm gonna remember this.
Can you actually?
Oh yeah,
Because
Ben, you're gonna tell me right now who says yes,
Yeah,
because I'm
Ben,
gonna
you're gonna
request
tell
to
him
play
right
these
now.
guys, and we're gonna get matchups here.
Pike finagling the schedule again.
All right, it's active.
Okay, all right.
You know, because I went to go check last time, and the show had already ended, so you can't go check. You don't see any results once the show was over.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it was good. No, I know.
Okay. So you have to check before we end what we're looking at here.
Oh, we got one vote each. Yes and no.
It's 50-50 right now.
This is Cam winning.
Okay.
Voted no.
So, all right, let's get this shit going.
All right, Cam or are we taking this?
Okay,
like,
so yeah. I was gonna ask, how is this gonna work? Are we saying offensively, defensively, overall? You can put it in. You can be like, all right, defensively, and say, or you can. So you can be specific. You can say
all right,
offensively.
I like that. 'Cause
Okay, yeah.
So, all right, let's go Cam defensively.
And are we saying with if we go to offensively, are we saying with me throwing? Like, who would I rather
Trust
have?
me, you don't want him with another quarterback.
Buddy. All right, continue.
Yeah, I've looked pretty good in my short time with Garrett.
Mamas,
I've like
mamas,
a game or
remember?
two. Oh, and I had a
Couple
game
mamas,
with Randy.
That's
yeah.
my point. You start enjoying other quarterbacks, he's gonna freak. You're the only reason he plays.
Listen, if you want to catch a 5-yard hitch, please go play with him. But if you want to keep getting the ball 12 times a game, and it's going to be looking more like 18-20 coming up with no Nick on Wednesday. So we'll see you then. You better figure it out with him because he's going to be getting the ball.
This
Anyway.
poor kid.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Cam or defensively. Cam or Jay Burris.
I'm going to go Cam. I think
Cam over Jay.
I think Cam is... and you know what, dude? If Jay was his size, maybe I'd take Jay. But Jay's just a little bit undersized. Now, with some of the safeties in the league, we can't just run at them. Like, a lot of times I'll have him or Nick run a post across the field, cover face, throw it up, and if you get in front of them, you're good. But, you can't do that with some of these Johnny Jr., Colin, Cam, Trey. Some of these guys you cannot do that with. So, yeah.
All right. Defensively again.
Okay. Here we go.
Cam or Dave Cap?
Okay, Cam takes that one. I think Cap's good. I think he's a really good player. I think Cam is better defensively than him, though, for sure.
All right, offensively. Cam
Oh, God.
or Deuce?
Okay, so I'm going to take Deuce here, but I also think that in maybe certain situations I'd rather have him. But I'm going to take Deuce overall.
What certain,
Because I think that Deuce
situations?
is unique in the way that he, you get him the ball into space. No disrespect over here, but one forced missed tackle in maybe the last 9 seasons. Missed flag.
I'm getting better at that.
Getting better.
I do
We're
agree. I
working on
have
the dip.
noticed. The
But
moves
Deuce
are
can hit a
getting
dip.
better.
Deuce can hit a dip in stride, no break, lose no speed.
Oh, sure.
He can move like crazy. His speed is insane. The only thing he has over him is his height. I'm not gonna throw a jump ball to, Deuce on some of these corners in Bedford where I might as with him. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cam offensively. Or Nick Cutler.
I'm taking Cam. I think I like Nick. I think they're close. I think we're talking like a tier 1 offensive player and a borderline tier 1 offensive player. I think that's, or maybe you can put them maybe even both in tier 1. I think he's a little bit better though.
Okay.
I think Nick's his physicality is a bit more. I think he's more of a. I wouldn't say I trust him more in contested catches, but he's just so physical that he'll attack the ball like crazy. So he does have that aspect to him. But I'd take him.
All right, Cam defensively or Trey?
I think Cam and Trey are close. I think Cam's a little bit better. I think he. I like Trey though. I think Cam's a little bit better than Trey on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively.
All right, Cam at quarterback or Danny Cruz at quarterback?
I haven't watched enough of Danny Cruz to
Don't take the political answer.
Dude,
yeah?
I haven't. I mean, if I guess,
Honestly, I'm taking.
yeah,
Danny.
I'm gonna take Danny because you got benched in the playoff game. But
I was just waiting for you not to pick Danny.
no, I'm gonna take Danny
Let
here.
Danny-
I'm taking Danny here.
Cam offensively or Johnny?
This is tough. It gets tough. I think you and Johnny are very similar, but I think Johnny he just has the quickness, the acceleration. I think he's a little bit more. He's just as good of a jump ball grabber as him. He's just faster and he's quicker. His speed is unreal. So I'm taking Johnny. I'm taking Johnny.
Cam as a defender or the better Wetzel brother?
Now this is tough because you play safety and he plays corner. I'd rather go against a good safety than a good corner. So I'm going to take Adam here.
All right.
I think Adam is the best locked. Like I think, dude, if you want to play man to man, if I had to pick 5 guys I wouldn't want to go against, he'd be the first name I'd say. I would hate to go against Adam ever.
All right.
Even though you were giving him the works when we played Natty D's, you had a couple of receptions on him, no doubt. So credit to you there.
Cam as a friend or Pat as a friend?
Cam. No disrespect. I love Pat. He's great.
Well, maybe you can think about the answer first.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, Cam at defense.
Okay.
Or Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go Cam.
Makes sense.
Now, let's play this game in reverse here. So now I ask you.
You ask me?
Yes. Cam or.
Why?
You
Nobody
answer.
wants my opinion when it comes to Cam. I'm not the one who talks about him.
This
All
is
right, go ahead.
important
We'll see how
because-
this goes.
Okay. Cam defensively or Adam defensively?
Adam.
Tambo.
Adam.
Okay, so it didn't matter which Adam
No.
I said. You're taking Adam no matter what.
Yes.
Okay.
If it was Adam Wetzel, I might take him for safety
think?
purposes.
Okay, for safety. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, as a quarterback, would you not rather go against a good safety? I would. Because I don't like when a corner takes away one side of the field. You know what I mean? And oftentimes that can happen. If I get him, like I'll take him and move him away from Adam Wentz because I don't want that match.
I tell you right now, I've thrown more picks to Johnny and Nick Cutler and Colin.
And Colin, yeah.
Playing safety.
Sure.
So
yeah, no, I would personally. I'd rather go against Colin at safety, Johnny at safety, whoever at safety over an elite corner.
Right.
Personally.
Because you're outside one-on-one matchups. That's all you do.
Sure. Yeah. That's where the difference is between our offenses here. That's why he wouldn't be so great in your offense. Because you don't.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You wouldn't get the ball as much. It would be less fun.
He has such a window. He doesn't drop much.
He doesn't.
He runs routes.
He used to be a little bit of an issue, but it's cleaned up really.
Oh, good.
I remember Adam said, "I'm the reason he's good," and he changed now. Now he's the reason I'm good. So we don't
he's
know
getting
really
better, and you're not.
Maybe
That's
may
the
be
problem.
That might be it. Ben, polling results.
Let's see, 43% yes.
How many votes though?
7.
7 votes.
So 3 for yes, 4 for.
Who said
It's
yes?
really tied because I voted no.
I voted no as well. So goddamn it.
Wait, you both voted?
Yeah.
A loser.
3 to 2.
So who were the 3 voters of yes?
Yes.
Can you tell who voted yes?
No, it doesn't
What?
tell me who.
That's fucking stupid.
Even clicking on it?
No, it doesn't.
That's wild.
Doesn't tell me who.
If you're watching and we know that you are, whoever voted yes, please comment.
I mean, Adam did.
People that said
Adam
that.
did comment that he's voting yes just to
voted
piss
yes.
Pike off.
No, I think Adam is. I actually do think he's a really good player. I have. Remember the time we played them? We beat them in the championship. And
With Gumbies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a video of Adam. You beat him on a slant and go. I have it on video. But he actually, again, it's his size. He gets beat on the initial route, but he recovers so well. But it's just because he's so much bigger. that he's able to grab that ball. Like, I mean, I don't know many corners that can recover like the way he did on that.
Well, the one you threw more towards out of bounds.
Yes,
and
yes.
Yeah, there's not many receivers that are making that catch either.
No, sure, but he recovered so well that if it had been like an average throw, he might pick it off.
Right.
Like I couldn't
See how
believe
he
it. I couldn't
oddly
believe it.
compliments himself in this scenario?
No.
All he did was just throw a ball out of bounds,
No, but
and you
that
saved
throw,
him.
that throw when I let it go should have been. I thought it was going to be 6. I thought it was going to be got by him. And the only reason that worked is because there was 4 minutes left in the game, and I knew you guys needed a takeaway, so I called the double move. That's not a route I think works normally. I think I would shy away from that.
Yeah, but Adam might not be playing so aggressive on it. Is that what you're
he
saying?
wouldn't be. That's
Is that
why
what-
I called
okay.
the slant and go, because I
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
he would be jumping up. And
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Cam, when did you start playing flag football?
I started in Bedford. We were 17, so like 5 years ago. But I've been playing like youth league since I was like, I think like 6 or 7.
So you started when you were 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And is that in the Pelham League over there?
Only we just breed fucking dude.
Yeah.
If you break it down, bro, if you made teams by town, Pelham would have to cut some great guys, dude.
I honestly thought about doing that.
This would
a
be great,
tournament
but I don't
where,
know. If you think it would work. I mean, I'm down, but I don't know if it would work. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
you know
know.
what I mean? It's tough.
I don't know.
Maybe if you did like 3 towns by 3s, because I don't know. Maybe.
What do you
like,
mean towns by 3s?
So what if so you got Wyndham, Pelham, Hudson, Manchester, and Nashua, whatever. You know what I mean? Obviously, those 2 wouldn't be together because they're so big. But maybe you got like
because
3
some
kids from
towns-
Wyndham, maybe. You know what I mean? You could maybe put on them with Hudson or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah. That would be a good.
I thought about doing that, but that was a while
has
ago.
crossed my mind, but it just seems a little bit too tough to make happen.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't get too many teams.
Sure.
Or you'd have to have like 4 Manchester teams. you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
guys
Because
like
I don't really know where everybody's from over there. I don't really.
that. Right.
But yeah.
So you started when you were about 6 or 7.
Yep.
And who runs that league out there? And what is it called?
So,
New Hampshire Flag Football League.
Yeah.
NHFFL.
yeah.
does Brian run it or Dan?
I
would say
think
Dan.
Brian
You think Brian
used
does?
to run it back
Okay,
in the day,
good,
but
yeah.
Dan.
Dan,
runs it
Dan,
now, Dan Provincial.
Yeah, he runs that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where Johnny and all those guys
Oh yeah.
came out, right?
Pretty much
Breed
anybody in
greatness over
Bedford
there.
that, like us, Slipstream, Natty D's, like
Yeah.
anybody from Pelham or around that area, like near our age, probably played there
Sure.
at some point.
And so you've been playing since 6 or 7. So what are you now? 14, 15?
Yeah, 22.
22. Jeez.
23 in a month, yeah.
Sure.
How'd you guys meet? There or
Yeah,
at
we
school?
met. No, I'm just kidding. We're cousins, so we've always known each
Oh,
other.
so you guys are related.
Since like
Yes.
birth, since you
Oh.
was born,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much known each other.
Oh, so you've been putting up with this bullshit for a real long time.
We actually didn't start playing together into flag until
We're probably
Colts?
like
Colts?
Yeah, like we were like 14 or something.
Okay.
He was always
And then-
good.
He just
I
put
was
that on
not.
Tinder.
yeah.
Yeah, I was not good. I was ass back in the day. I couldn't figure it out. I almost actually quit. I fucking hated it so much.
Oh,
I couldn't figure it out without
Bedford,
I
we
had
were
to
so close.
I had to get my dad to coach so I could just make him let me coach his
Yeah.
kid, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I had to do. But yeah.
And you guys, so you played in that league, played in Bedford, kind of segued to kind of where you you are now.
Yeah.
So the team you initially started was Milkmen. Is that
Yeah,
correct, or did
that-
you have a team prior to?
Well, yeah, no, it was maybe not the team name, but overall the team that was together was.
Did you come up and play in the adult league with your whatever name you had when you were in the kids league?
Pelham,
Yeah.
just whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nothing stuck really.
What made the change to Milkmen and why Milkmen?
We get asked this question all the goddamn time, and I really never know the answer.
Yeah, we kind of lost track of how that
You,
became a thing.
you have
but
no
I-
idea?
Not really. Kind of just like
I
a
know.
running joke, maybe.
Yeah,
At some
yeah.
point that started up. I don't really know how.
I think
but
one time maybe
yeah.
someone found a shirt online, just had a jug of milk on it. Didn't make any sense. Someone said that we should all
Yeah.
get these shirts. It's not even related to flag, just in general. And then we're like, we couldn't think of a team name. And like, I think for like 3 sessions in Bedford, we like tried to find a good team name and we couldn't do it. And someone one day was just like, let's just be the Milkmen. We're like,
That's just silly.
let's just do it. Let's just do it.
I
And
mean,
we
it
rolled
worked
with it.
out. Now everybody
Sure.
knows who they are.
Yeah,
Well,
now we can't
yeah.
change, so we're stuck with it.
Now, do you guys believe you jumped the shark by going to the Gumbies and bailing on your own team?
Well, we couldn't get those guys to commit. I don't think enough.
Well, you got a lot of guys showing up now.
Yeah, none of those bums want to play with because this kid gets the ball the whole time. Justin gets the ball the whole time. None of those kids that play defense. Patrick, Manny, Joe. None of those kids got to play offense.
Yeah,
and then you go get sick.
More fun overall when we're just like we're out there for fun, not competitively like trying to win the A's. Like,
Once it got competitive, those guys like, this is really
Manny.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the worst when it came to it. He was like, he hates Steve-O. Manny hates Steve-O. We don't know why really. Maybe the play calling. I don't know. But
oh, sorry, Manny.
Manny's got a
I don't even know who you are. my fault, buddy. I didn't mean to ruin Wednesday night for you.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
No, I get it, and
I don't personally, but it's fine.
I can understand. I can sympathize, I guess, or appreciate.
Yeah.
And not everybody takes that as serious as us. And to play at that top level, some people just need to play their roles, and some people just don't want to do that. And I get it. That's fine.
I mean, like any of those guys, maybe with the exception of Patrick, I can like plug in into an offense and win with. But none of those guys are like when I have him, Justin, and Ian out there, and even Jake, so to speak. Any of those guys we can win because of. But if we get those other guys in there, it's like we can win with them. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I thought we really clicked offensively. I don't think defensively. Like, dude, you were the only good player we had really on defense.
Yeah,
Justin
defense
had
was tough
flashes
sometimes.
of
Justin,
I can be good.
Justin was a good zone, like front zone corner.
Yeah.
Where he could just like read like two guys.
Yeah.
He couldn't cover downfield. He's too slow. Like
He's not running man to man with some of these guys.
You had some dark hair kid who was wicked good at flag grabbing.
He could have been Manny.
Yeah,
I
Did
don't
he play
know.
middle?
We had
maybe
Drover.
Joe. Joe.
He was a good linebacker. He was pretty
yeah.
good for.
Because I remember
We
he
got
was
to a
good.
point where we would beat Gumbies every time. We would like maybe steal one from Leapers, maybe once.
We beat him every
But
once in
we
a while.
lose
in
to
the
you
regular
guys every
season.
time. We lose to Natty D's every time. And it got to a point where like offensively I feel like we should have been at a point where like our defense wasn't progressing just because we couldn't change it. We had to stay in what we were best at. We had to stay in the diamond defense.
Yeah, we couldn't go to like 2-2 or man.
We could try
just didn't have,
2-2.
like the athleticism to
not at all.
keep up with any of you guys.
Yeah. So we just took what we were best at and stuck with it. And we were like a bend, don't break. Let them go 6 plays and see if we can make a goal line stop. That's kind of where we were at.
Yeah, and then it was fun playing you guys at the time. I mean, they were always like high scoring, which I'm like, one of these days they're gonna figure it out.
With you guys, I think it's the opposite. I think that's what we were saying about you guys is like if we're gonna stay in the same defense, they're gonna evolve. They're gonna change based off of if they're not. We're not. It's a changing game.
Yeah,
It's a humbling game too, and I thought we had a chance to humble you guys in the best of Bedford. It got to a point where I told these guys, I said, "Look, we're not going to win. It's fine. Let's just go out there and have fun and not get embarrassed like the other team did that you played before." And I made the fucking mistake. I do it every time. I made the mistake of thinking we could win, so it hurts more when you lose.
We're talking. I gotta say,
Sure.
That dropped snap that you had.
Yes.
That
was not.
Thank you.
No
We
chance.
have a photo of that.
Thank
Whoever
you.
was taking
The
the
photo
video,
doesn't show
the ball was
everything.
touching the
No
ground.
chance.
You want to know what's amazing too? The ref from the back judge overturned it. The fuck?
Yeah.
We've
you
had
coming
this.
up
Do you,
there?
Pike, do you ever listen to anybody?
Okay, so
it was 2 out of 3 refs that said they know they didn't hit the
Here
ground.
we go. Just the one that had the best angle on it said it did, but that's fine.
He didn't know. He could have overruled them.
They're like they
He
saw
said-
Nasty Boys like on the brink of getting upset, and they're like, "Nope,
Oh,
absolutely
shut up.
not, no
All
way."
right, all right,
Our only chance of a stop that game.
Tyler,
Yeah, I know, literally.
I'll tell you what.
What's up?
You can have 7 points. We still beat you by 2.
Well, that changes everything because
No.
yeah, it
No.
does because we
No.
get the ball back right there, or it's 3rd and long. Everything changes, dude. We go down, we score, obviously, and then we get a stop, and then we score
we
again.
got the first down and end up like winning.
No, I was kidding. But
It was still
it was a
two-score
little,
game.
a little anti-dramatic at the end. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a chance. We would. I forget.
That might have been your only chance to really get back in the game.
Yeah.
Was that-
No.
'cause
It
if
was
you
that
guys,
right then, like we needed to stop. We just couldn't get a stop. I mean, you're going against Diamond the whole time. This guy's been playing for 20 years. Like I can tell you now that. Nobody gets more mad. I know he wasn't there for this one than Jake, seeing you guys play defense. I always feel so bad. I'm like, dude, this kid's got to rally behind you guys. He's not doing that right now.
Hey, well, when I'm rushing and I turn around and the guy's running downfield untouched, I get pretty mad too. So,
Yeah.
So now Jake knows what it's like to be out there.
Yeah.
So,
All right, on a scale of 1 to 100, how douchey was it that you guys took the photo when you guys beat the Natty D's for the first time?
What do you mean?
The first time you guys ever beat Natty D's, you took a photo.
Did we?
okay, all right. I
Did
know
this
what the
happen?
context.
Did this happen?
This is because.
Wait. Did this happen?
No,
though?
yes.
This didn't happen.
I'll tell
Okay.
you.
I don't remember.
It'll make sense in a second.
Okay.
This was.
No.
At this game, the person who runs our local league was there
Okay.
to watch us. So
All
we
right,
got
so
a
it's a
picture
little-
with
little
some
less
of them
douchey
and
then.
with him.
Yeah, it was
All right.
passing the reins.
Yeah,
Natty
yeah.
D's down to us.
What is that
as the best
passing the
team.
reins?
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Now Natty D's is definitely fucked.
But it's not Milkmen. You joined
Well,
another team.
I'm saying, I know that's what happens. You get the 2 Pelham kids on Gumbies, and now all of a sudden, no more free win against Gumbies. That was they were
you're right.
probably pissed when they saw us 2 on that team. They're like, oh fuck it,
Maybe.
no more free win.
Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. How long you plan on playing?
I give him another year.
We'll see.
Do you kind of like
Going
sometimes?
He doesn't love it. He doesn't love the sport.
I definitely don't have like the passion that he has or some of you guys that do all these tournaments and stuff. But I like playing in Bedford every week. It's fun.
Something to do.
I've never been like, I don't know. I've never been bored for like weeks on end. Like I've had a game or 2 here or there where it's like it sucks, but I think everybody has those.
Yeah,
But
Sure.
overall, I've always had fun. So
All right, let's get Kevin's comment in here.
What?
I don't know what he's asking right now. Who was on their team when they beat them?
I think some of the Natty D's when you took the photo.
Oh,
yeah, because Kevin
yes.
McDonald played
McDonald
with us
Russian.
that
Yes.
session.
Yes.
That game.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
so
yes.
there's a big asterisk there.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, for sure. Because if we have Patrick Russian, it's a different story, most likely.
That game got
I mean-
personal
Oh,
between
yes,
Kevin
yes.
and the entire.
Shit was
Natty
going
D's
down, man.
roster.
Shit was going down.
Got personal.
Kevin and Natty D's?
Yeah.
Oh. That's funny.
And
It
we're
was
all
funny
standing
because
there,
like
we're friends
we
with
feel
them, and
bad now because
just
we're in a
like, we're
pickle
not
here.
saying anything.
Kevin's on our team. We like Kevin. He's our teammate now, right?
Right.
But we love those guys too. So it's now Kevin versus Natty D's, and I feel bad for Kevin because we're not necessarily backing him up in the trash talk. So it's now Kevin versus 7, 8 guys, and I felt terrible. But yeah, Kevin was the rusher on that team. I shout
Did he
out.
take the photo with you guys?
We took the Pelham. It was the Pelham people
Yeah.
only. Yeah.
Dark
Did
times,
Thalen
Pat,
get in
dark
there? Did
times.
Thalen get in there? Why do I feel like Thalen was in there? Yeah.
He was,
Okay, so there
yeah.
were some other players in there. Thalen, Cam, the tier 3 Pelham players, in my opinion. No, I'm just kidding. I love Thalen and Henry and Cam and
All right.
Jeff, all these kids from Pelham there.
Pike,
Good
I'm going to
players.
need you to do me a favor.
Sure.
Do your best to keep your mouth shut. Okay? I'm going to ask Cam. Now, last week, he alluded to down at Worlds with us, you guys went through so much adversity, let's say. Can I get it in your words and not his?
Yeah, I'll try to be kind of quick with this, but there's
You can
definitely a
chime
few
in if you
points
want.
that
I
have
just
to
didn't
touch
want
up
you
on.
interrupting him like you do.
Sure.
So first off, we were probably about 2 hours into the trip there. In 2 hours in of like the 20 whatever that it was.
So you guys
Not even that,
drove
not even that.
down.
Yeah, we took an
Okay.
RV
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
just
Okay,
for
yeah,
context.
yeah.
But not even that.
Yeah.
Right first, it's literally 5 minutes down the road. We come probably this close to hitting a telephone pole with the RV.
Yeah, we're
They
all
get
having
used
a
to
good
it.
time in the
Sure.
back, and we're like, we're kind of close
Yeah.
there. Like,
That was close to
We
it.
thought
My dad's
nothing of
driving,
it.
right?
yeah, Kevin
Thinks he
drove,
knows
like,
everything.
the whole time.
That's the problem
No
with
one else
dads
drove.
nowadays. Actually, let me get into this real quick. They think they know everything.
Shouldn't have given him
Adam,
permission.
please, Adam.
Want me to do it?
All right, go ahead.
All right, so about 2 hours in, we're on the highway, and like, his dad like gets into a little accident with an 18-wheeler. We get sideswiped. Whoever's fault it was, I don't know, but the mirror
So you
like
got
the,
an
got
accident
sideswiped.
by an 18-wheeler.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
It
Shit was going down.
Minor,
Okay,
but,
so
like,
already,
the
right-
rear view like mirror
Yeah.
got a little messed up. But
It fell
went
off,
back
but it
on.
was it still attached by like wires or something?
Yeah.
So we were able to put it in. The thing was all fucking
And like,
scratched up though.
you guys don't see a lot of this, but him and his dad will argue like nonstop.
Shit goes
Oh, I
down.
believe it.
They're
Shit
arguing
goes
in
down.
the front, and like we're all just sitting back there. I'm thinking in my head we're not gonna make it. Like that was just
Dude,
my honest
it was
thought
shit
at
was
the
going
time.
down because
we were 2 hours into the trip,
Dude,
and
so
we were already just it was a mess.
we pretty much
so-
needed to drive 5-6 hours that night
Yeah.
to get there at a comfortable time.
Yeah, and then we were using Apple Maps to get there, and we noticed under one bridge that we went under, we were very close to hitting it.
Sure.
So we were like, okay, we
So
should probably
the
like,
RV was like 11.6,
about
Yeah.
this.
and it said nothing over 12.
Okay.
No, but it
were
was.
very
It started
close.
saying nothing under 14,
Yeah.
then it went to 13 and a half, then 13 and 12. So it's like, all right, now we're gonna pull over
we're
and
like,
see what's
all
going down.
So we got an app that is like for RVs
Yeah.
for like long trips, and we plug in the address there, and it adds 5 hours.
5 fucking
Oh,
hours,
no.
bro.
Basically,
so
the
we
5
drove.
hours we just drove
Yes.
got like negated.
Now yes. So now it feels like we didn't drive at all. It
Yeah.
feels like we made no
Yeah.
progress.
So
And we
yeah,
also had to pay
Hold on, hold on,
I
hold on.
was literally just thinking this, but Kevin said it in the comments. National Lampoon Tampa.
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
So
All right, continue.
yeah.
Yeah. So so his dad drove the entire time. I don't know how he did it, but
What a champ.
the next day he drove for like probably 14 to 16 hours, and we
Jeez.
still didn't even get
So
there.
no, yeah, we rolled into the state of Florida at like 2 a.m., 3 something like that.
Yeah.
We had to get because we had a game that day. We were still 2 hours out, so we had to get up at 6.
Oh, because 7 Man
Yes.
was right in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I had to get there to back you up. I probably didn't have to, but
No, I think you played.
No,
You
no,
were
but
starting.
Yeah, that's why we
No,
had to
no,
get there
yeah.
early because you backed
Yeah.
him up
So
for
that
his
was the
4-man.
start.
Oh,
and then,
okay,
So
okay,
we had
okay.
like 3.5, 4 hours of sleep. Bullshit. Not locked in at all.
Yeah.
We arrive, and it's not like we're going to a hotel. Like we are in the hotel that we're staying in is the RV. So we like get to like the parking lot, and then we just exit the RV with all our stuff and get on the bus that takes us to the field. So off 3.5 hours of sleep, right? And we get. And, all right, you continue though with whatever.
Yeah,
else you got.
so we pretty much covered that day. We went there, we played. I mean, I think we all got a sunburn.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sure a lot of other people did, but
No, but
we
yes.
all got
Yeah,
burned
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
badly.
yes.
And then the next day arrives, and
And not to mention, we go 1-1 in the first day.
So, yeah,
So we're on the brink of
for
going home.
7
No,
or?
for 5.
Five,
With 7, we didn't
Oh,
win.
they air it
But
out?
We're on the brink
Yeah.
of going
Okay.
home now. Like, now I have to stress because it's win or go home. And, like, I hate the fact that I now feel like I have all the pressure on me because it's like, we did not just come down here to lose in the play-in to these jamokes. That team Express, they fucking sucked. Dude, no disrespect, but that team was ass. Like, they're so lucky that I was tired. My arm was fucking killing, dude. Like, shit was going down that day.
yeah, so the next day arrives. We had a 7-man game early that morning. Not like ridiculously early, but kind of early. So we stayed somewhere. I think we might have actually stayed in a motel that night because we were all miserable from sleeping in the RV.
Yeah.
So Ty puts the address in the next day for the game.
Now listen. Now,
So
wait.
Tyler
Hold
screwed
on,
that
hold
up.
on.
Okay.
I put the address in, right?
I'm not necessarily blaming him.
Well, it's my fault. It's my
yeah,
fault.
but
Apparently there was a college with a very similar name nearby.
yeah. So,
Same distance. I don't understand who
Yeah, we're
who was
driving.
behind that.
We're driving to the game, and we're like, someone's like, "Oh, look, it's the Buccaneers Stadium," and we're like, "Oh, that's cool." None of it, and then it took us like 5 minutes to realize, okay, we haven't driven by the Buck Stadium once all trip. Why are we driving by it now?
Yeah.
And then we like pull up to the address, and we're like, okay, we're not even close. And then we plug in the actual address. It's like 40 minutes away. We ended up actually getting there like almost for the start of the game, but it didn't matter because we
See,
got benched.
I thought you guys got there at halftime.
It was a little before. I think it was like midway through the first.
Okay, it might have been like on. Yeah, it might have
Now
been.
I'm
while
like,
the game
okay,
was
we're gonna
still
warm up and go in, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking. Sure enough, we get
no.
fucking benched. I actually think you might have made it in a couple plays. You
Nah,
might.
I don't
you
think
didn't.
I did.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't think I'd ever throw a ball to him ever. So no, I had to go with.
7-man was fucking hard, bro. I feel like dude, and I feel like we tried to practice this in Bedford, but dude, I felt like the rush I had in Bedford with Kevin and Kenny, like I actually felt like I had no time, and I actually thought that I was gonna be the worst quarterback to ever step foot on a 7-man field after going against them two. But then I get into the other field, and it feels like I have way more time. You know what I mean? So like,
It's outdoors. It's bigger. Like
Yeah,
it's Kenny. And then when they practice it, they just rush
Dude,
right in without a care in the
and I
world.
feel like it's gonna sound so weird because we went 0-3, but I feel like I played well. I feel like I could get it down, but I couldn't score.
You play,
and I don't
we
understand
lost
why.
every game by less than a score.
And
like,
I don't understand
less than
why.
a score.
I don't understand why I couldn't punch it. And I feel like I'd be better down the goal line. The end zone's big. You know,
I know.
you've got a whole field.
Yeah, I know.
The only thing that hurt me more than that was losing that other game.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, yeah. Is that it? Is that everything you had overall?
For the most part, another part that sucked was like we were constantly on the move, so I don't think we ate anything other
Yes.
than fast food
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
the whole time.
Yes.
I felt like crap.
So it took a toll on our bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was rough.
So
Shit.
now, not to mention most of these teams that we played, a lot of them were from Florida. Maybe a couple of them weren't. A lot of them staying in nice hotels, bro. I mean, bro, we had all the disadvantages. Like, nobody wants to listen to it, but bro, odds were stacked against us, bro. We played pretty well for it.
I mean, that's the beauty of the whole traveling. That's part of it.
I mean, I already look back on it fondly. Like, it was a good time overall, but there were some rough moments.
Oh, dude,
It is funny how sometimes you're having those rough times and you're like, this sucks, and then you look back at it later and you're like,
no doubt.
oh, that was so fun, you know?
For sure.
It's weird. Did you enjoy going down to Worlds as a whole?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, you guys, listen, you guys look like you were having fun. You guys took
The
photos
air
down there. You guys,
was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah, you guys were this close.
It was just,
so,
that was just ridiculous. Like, 5-man, we should have beaten everybody we played. Like, I cannot believe we almost didn't make the play. We literally the 11 seed. Like, only 12 made it.
Yeah, I know.
Hipsters, they had I could not believe we almost lost to those guys. That team was ass. That team was not good. And they had one good player, and we almost lost to them because we couldn't score. And that's on me. And then obviously we played practice squad, who I don't care what anybody says. I think they're actually not bad. I think they had good corners. I think that gave me a little bit of fits, but obviously we got to score more than 6. I mean, that's no other way to put it. But they took them 9, 10, 11 plays to score. I mean, that was a freebie, and then they got waxed. I mean, it wasn't even obviously they didn't deserve to move on because they got destroyed in the next round. But what are you gonna do? You know?
Okay, moving on.
Does he have a hard time getting over everything, or just okay?
That game, I hate it. I actually do feel bad for that because I felt like the defense played well. You know, you never want to let guys down like that.
Buddy, that's the role of the quarterback.
You luckily did win with a lot of those guys, so that at least made me feel better that they didn't go down there and not win. You know what I mean? Because that was winnable. It was a winnable. Obviously, we weren't playing an amateur because we're not amateurs. We played in rec. No, I'm just playing. But yeah.
You know, rec there was nothing below
I know,
it, right?
I know.
Okay.
I'm just playing. But I'm always down to do something. But listen, I don't know what to tell you. Next time we go down there's not going to be any adversity. We're going to be fully locked in. I don't know what else to tell you.
Cam, would you want to go down again?
Yeah, I think when he's in somewhere, the odds of me going increase a lot. And I think
because he
same
gets
with
the ball.
any of my other friends. I just I don't know. I like all you guys and stuff, but I'm not truly friends with you guys. Really, so it's definitely more enjoyable for me when I have a group of guys.
Right, and that definitely won't happen. But he obviously doesn't care about getting the ball. It's more of the experience and going down.
Well, yeah, but
I don't. I don't care if I get the ball.
He just threw a dig at you. He goes, of course he does, because he gets the ball. But no, you can obviously tell he enjoys. Just
I like playing defense in the air now. I didn't play defense the whole time, but
dude,
when I was out there, it was
the
fun.
core memory was your guys' first and goal stop against the hipsters.
Yeah.
Game on the line. 1, 2, 3 straight stops, turnover.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Holy shit, bro! That shit was you, Jay, Adam, Kenny, whoever was out there. I mean, Jesus. Dude,
I think it was me. Yeah.
I think you went in on the second down.
I'm not sure who.
You think you took out Kenny actually? Because I think that's what he might have been limping off.
I remember Adam.
Yeah. Josh. Yes.
Yeah. I think that's what
that
it
team.
was.
that's why Adam and Jay want you out there playing with us.
Yeah.
But Pike's too much of a dick.
I will say this: our team that we had for a couple of sessions when we played on Bad Batch, that was one of the best teams I think I played on. At least the best defense I probably played on was that Bad Batch team. Our first session together.
Interesting. So my guys have been saying that for a while.
We lost in overtime.
No, he's been saying that since literally the game we lost. He said, "Look."
So it's like if a guy likes a girl and the girl likes the guy, but they just don't come together. I don't understand what's going on here.
You know what, dude? It sucks too because we were about to play with Bad Batch, but we beat Nasty Boys, and obviously that was an issue that wasn't allowed. That couldn't happen.
Oh, would you
next day, I get a message, hey, this shit's not gonna work out. I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Good luck. And they ended up, I think, winning it all anyway. There was no competition over there anyway. I don't think on Mondays. I think they won the championship. I believe that session.
I remember I know Gavin gets a lot of hate, especially on the
for
defensive
no reason.
Side. We had him at corner for that whole session. I thought I thought he fit in well there. Him and Adam.
Adam, Jay. I don't even know where the fuck what was going on. I think Gavin
together. I think Jay kind of rotated in at safety.
He would be a good dude if they took you on over there and they put you at corner. They leave
corner,
Jay,
I just,
dude. A defense of Jay, Adam, Cam, Kenny, Kevin. dude, I'd love to take the best 5 players in Bedford to go, best 4, and go against that defense, because that would be quite the fucking challenge. That would be something. So let's make that happen.
What are we doing?
No,
what are we making happen?
I'm just going on.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen.
I do,
Number
because
one.
I like the challenge. That's why I like playing you guys. I feel like that's why I love playing with cash out in some of these tournaments, or just with anyone in these tournaments, because you play some of these guys and.
All right. Back to the Bad Batch thing.
Sure.
Do you really not get it?
What do you mean?
Do you really not understand why you guys got the boot at that point in time?
Well, that's why I don't know.
Yes or no?
No,
Okay.
To clear no, maybe some
It
assumptions.
had nothing to do with the Gumbies game.
Sure.
It had everything to do with our discussion on Worlds and what we were
Yes.
going to do.
I know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I get it.
Do you?
Yeah, sure. It just came at a shit time. Everything lined up in that time to make it seem like
I
it was
know.
everything.
And
I'm thinking, next day, dude, if I never made this Facebook post, I think we'd still be playing with Bad Batch right now.
What Facebook?
I had to highlight some of the.
Oh, oh my God!
I'm thinking, I'm like, damn.
You
no
really
way,
do
right?
think the world revolves around you, huh? No, it's.
Listen, I was down. I was down.
I know
I'm
you were.
always-
Unfortunately, I'm not going to, in good conscience, have you come down and just back me up.
Sure.
I would feel like a dick. Okay, we had a plan in place. Unfortunately, it involved. Which now your cousin, I never knew, Cam. And then Cam said no, he didn't want to go play. I'm pretty sure that's because we beat you guys on Thursdays, but that's a whole different thing.
That was before.
I don't think it was.
No, I think we beat you after
It went
that.
Wednesday and then Thursday.
Yeah, I think we talked about it Wednesday, correct?
No.
Before the game, no?
Well, how do you say it's because you beat me, but then the conversation happened?
No, because Bad Batch was already in line.
All that was aligned before Wednesday, where Gumbies beat us.
Yeah, so we.
But the decisions and everything came after Thursday.
Sure. But at that point, I'm just thinking, what if Adam's just going to throw? Why not just leave us there? Because you're not getting better. I mean, defensively, you know what I mean?
No, Red was supposed to throw.
Yeah, but he got hurt. Right?
Right.
And then he reached out to me 2 weeks later. Yo, need someone to throw tonight. You win? I said, I'm in.
He was just looking for.
He goes, never mind. He found someone. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that right then, I'm like, all right, he's fucking with me now.
It was probably
now
me.
he's fucking with me.
He probably found me. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
All right, you credit, and I see. This is the thing. I don't want to. I'm not playing this.
No, please.
We don't.
Please.
We don't try in Bedford. We don't. But
Sure.
Bedford's not the end game for us. Just like Mud Bowl is the end game for Dave Cap.
Yep.
He cares way more about Mud Bowl. We can all acknowledge that, right?
Oh, not even close.
Right. We care more about the tournaments and worlds and stuff like that.
And everyone knows that. Joking aside, I sometimes be like, yeah, you're stacking your teams. We obviously know really what's going on there.
So as much as we wanted, he did want to do Bad Batch.
Yeah.
You can ask him.
Oh, yeah, no, I believe it.
But he goes, I think we have to make the decision.
Sure.
Now we got to play with Red.
Yeah.
If those guys aren't coming down, we got to figure something else out.
No
And
doubt. And I was cool. I wasn't actually, no, there was nothing there. I was just speculating. I was like, convenient timing here.
Hey, it's fun.
What are
It's
you gonna do,
funny if it's all jokes, but I didn't want you guys to take that personal.
No, yeah.
I unfortunately do for some reason like you guys, and I enjoy the camaraderie and occasional good games we have, and timeouts that get called and stuff.
Can you believe this? See, now you have to understand something. This is never in 3 games. Only 3 games has a timeout like this been called and costed us at certain times, and this just has happened to be against his team every time.
It must be a conspiracy.
I'm not saying it's they're like, but I
he
think,
did.
Who, Ben or him?
No, Ben. Yeah, Ben. Had no
I
idea
said
what
he
we're
was
talking
joking.
about.
I don't think he was like.
Oh
Actually,
no, he wasn't.
No, that's just the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
You know that. You've been there.
Well, good thing we get the trash can rule in. So
what is that? Can someone explain that to me? Because I don't know anything about that.
Evidently, Jimmy, and I think it stems from the kids league. I think. I don't know what whenever Jimmy and those guys do something caused the problem.
Sure.
So now, what they're trying to enforce is one team stays on one half, the other one stays on the other half. You can't cross the half line.
Youth league, I think that's essential. I think maybe as you get into adults, you expect people to be adults, but you never know.
Sure. So he did that, and then he put a trash can at every 10-yard line. You can't go beyond the trash can.
Seems like a hazard. No? running into it.
Well, it was. What was that? Who were we playing? And they took out the trash can.
someone-
Oh, was
Tang.
it Joe? No,
I thought Tang did. Oh, someone
Joe
did it in
and
your
the Leapers game. Joe
Yeah, and it was shit went everywhere. I was like, God damn.
Funniest thing ever.
Seeing that.
Kevin runs over and helps me. He goes, "I've done worse, buddy." But yeah, that's so he wants the trash cans at the 10
Sure.
to do that. So
What is it for the sidelines or?
it's for you not to be down at the goal line in the way of the ref.
I just think the
And
refs have to enforce that.
okay.
I don't think that's a good
I
idea.
can tell you how many
personally.
times I've heard
No,
Josh go, "Hey, can you guys back up?" And
Yeah.
3 seconds later, everybody's right back
Sure,
to
sure,
where they
sure.
are. And you know,
I mean, do you really think the trash can's stopping anybody? I don't think it is.
I didn't last night.
So you're saying it worked?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I think this is a. If there's, please tell me this isn't a rule in the rule book. Please tell me this is like an unwritten. Like I'm just gonna tell you guys.
But,
If that shit goes in the rule book,
Maybe just during big like A division games, Jimmy needs to just like be.
well,
on
we
watch
didn't even
and just keep
enforce
an
it
eye on
in
them.
our game, our A Division finals on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, again, you get
Neither
to the-
team gave a fuck who's on what side of the
Sure,
50.
sure.
You know what I mean? And I get it, and maybe you know, I'm all for helping the refs or making their job easier when it comes to that. I've always said, and I'm probably guilty of it too. We get right up like we want front row seat to the game.
Yeah.
You know, because you're watching, you're obviously invested, but the ref needs to see as well.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden he's turning, 4 guys are in the way, and he can't see if that guy got his toes in.
See, it's tough though, because like even on a play like his, right? Remember the one against you guys back of the end zone? You said he was out. He said he was in.
Oh, yeah, the one he was way out in?
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Like the ref has to. I mean, dude, you really think he saw clearly what you think he was like? Because he
Mark,
was
in that
we
pace,
were,
no.
we were yeah. So it's like.
No. Well, Mark didn't go down with the
In my
play either.
opinion, it's tough. What do you do there? If you don't clearly see it, you just say he's out. Can you
You-
assume
you talk-
he's in?
you talk to
or
the-
can you assume he's out?
You go ask
You know
the
what I
other
mean?
ref, and then you come up with what you think. If both of you guys didn't see it,
Yeah.
I mean, if you both really didn't get a look at it,
Yeah.
you go
You can't call him
replay.
in.
No, you go
I
replay.
guess.
Right, which would kind of be corny. You got to make a
But
decision
I
and go
think
with
at
it.
that point, you're better off just saying, I couldn't confirm he was inbounds. I have to call him out. Like
You
if it's
can't-
that
you
close,
can't
but
always
it's tough.
err
It's
on-
tough. It's tough. It's
Yeah,
tough.
why are you erring
Yeah.
on one side?
True.
No,
you
I
definitely
mean,
can't
I
say
don't-
he was. I think he was. You can't do that. In is off the table because you can't be like, well, it looked like no. If you can't confirm he's in, it's either out of bounds or replay. In my opinion, I don't
Yeah.
think. I mean, out of bounds is tough too, but obviously you were in. We all know that.
I was in. I didn't think I was going to be in when I was in the air, but I made a rare athletic play, and I got one foot back in somehow. But
Yeah.
I don't understand why refs, when you know it's going to the end zone,
Yes.
why they, on
Yes.
the snap, the rush line ref should like run back.
Dude,
almost
honestly,
to the
not
back
even.
of the
Just
end
just
zone.
ru- just go back
just
early
even
and watch.
yeah.
You
Set the
know?
rush line, make sure he's there, and
Yeah.
start going back. Because I've seen it happen before in like big playoff games where there's a close play at the
Who
goal.
was
I think-
covering you on that
I think
play?
there was a it was Jay.
Yeah. Took the matchup.
I
The
think there was a
matchup
Natty
won.
D's game a
No.
while back. They could have been playing you, but like someone, like they threw a long
Oh,
play and
no.
someone got pulled
This
right
was
at the goal
Rage.
line.
This was against
you
Rage.
might remember, yeah,
Bro,
you probably remember.
There was
better than me.
they threw a goal ball.
Yeah.
Like it's literally last play of the game.
Yeah.
Like it's as time expired, and they pulled a flag at like in between the 3-yard line and the
Yeah.
goal line. But
Yeah, the
ref
ref's
just,
not
like-
even at midfield. There's no way they're
Yeah,
gonna. make
Adam
that.
may have
They
been
should've-
reffing this game. Actually, he may have been the one that this happened to. I could be wrong though. That's just a guess, but I feel like he may have been.
It was a Rage and Natty D game.
Yeah, it was
It
the
was
it
like
was
the
the
wi-
combine of
Adam did ref one of those games,
So it may have been that one.
and he got a lot of slack one time
Yeah,
from
so it
Natty
was
D's.
definitely that game
Might
then.
have
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
that, yeah.
Because it was that.
But I know Adam moves with the ball.
Yeah.
He
Sure,
knows.
Yeah. He just may have not have moved fast enough because it was just a full. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
You got to watch everything, you know.
So what was the actual call? Like
It
who
was a touchdown. They called a touchdown on the last play
Yeah,
of the game.
Natty D's.
But
thought
Natty
they
D's
got him
thought they got
short.
it short. It's like,
Who knows? Nobody knows.
Nobody
what
does.
the actual
Yeah, yeah.
correct call was. 'Cause
yeah.
Yeah, like if where Mark was in position on yours where he was, I'm gonna argue that every time, especially if I think you're out. If he's on the line and looking down and he
Yeah.
calls it, I'm
Shoot,
never
yeah,
really
yeah.
gonna argue it.
Yeah.
Like he's right there.
Yeah.
Nothing,
What
you
are
know,
you gonna do? You know.
right? And you know,
Yeah. So Adam's saying it was when he had a sprained ankle. So like, dude, like there's nothing he can do. You know. You know what I mean?
yeah, never mind. I remember that. Yeah, he came home. He was pissed off that night. He's like,
Yeah.
I really do try at these games, and these guys-
What are you gonna do? You know.
Yeah.
No matter where he calls that, how he calls that, someone's getting mad. So
yeah.
that's why I stopped reffing. Reffing sucks, dude. Never get into reffing. Listen, right now, if any of you are thinking about getting into reffing, don't do it. Never do it.
As Jimmy's trying to find more refs.
Nope, it's not gonna find me, man.
No, I mean, you know, I listen. I've been guilty of yelling at refs or
I mean, I
berating refs.
think
Everybody
it's
can
cool
be.
with the teams, you know, whatever, dude. Maybe I'll do a game or something, but like, I'm never gonna be a full-time ref like that.
No, but I think it is the players' jobs at certain times to talk to refs properly.
I don't
lost.
I don't
No,
get mad
you
at the
never
refs
do.
anymore. I used to like.
Sometimes you'll dismantle them with logic.
Yeah,
and then they got nothing.
I wouldn't yell at them.
Dude,
I would just
remember
like
you were doing
say
it?
things to them. Just
Yeah. Remember you were
calm
like
voice.
talking to Roland, and he's like, and you were just like it was, remember that we were playing Dallon's team, and like they had like the fumble pick six, and you're like, dude, how can you there's no fumbles, right? And he's like that's enough, and he just kept saying that's enough instead of answering the questions. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what the actual rule is on this, but we fumbled the ball, so we had a clear catch. Like, took a few steps.
And it just popped out,
it or whatever.
Yeah.
And they caught it off the fumble and returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They called it a touchdown.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I don't
but
know
they
if that
admitted
is the
it
thing.
was a catch, but they said we had possession,
It wasn't
so it's like
a
it's
pick
not
six.
yeah.
It was a fumble recovery for a
Essentially, like an accidental like pitch for whatever reason happened, and they were like trying to figure it out.
Yeah, so
all of a sudden we're down 12-0 to
weird.
these kids, and we're pissed because we don't want to lose these guys.
Well, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Okay, if you as the receiver or whoever, let's say you're touchdown and you accidentally hit the ball with your knee, it pops up, and you catch it, are you still able to run?
I feel like once you have possession, and the second the ball comes out of your hands, the play's dead. No matter what happens after that, because
so
you can't throw it forward, you can't pitch it back, nothing like that can happen.
Correct.
That's what I believe the rule is.
So,
But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
If you can have consistent one way, you got to have it the other way. I'm just saying.
Once the second that ball pops up out of the hand,
Then it should be dead.
Yeah.
I wonder where we at in Bedford with that. To be
Ben,
honest.
what are we at for time here?
Hour 40.
Woo!
1.
Look at this.
Well,
You get an interesting guest on, and all of a sudden we're pushing time.
Oh, he's way better to talk to than you. If I would have known, I would have started this with him.
I was
Talk
nervous.
for the
I was
first
nervous
hour.
today. I didn't know how much you were going to be able to contribute. I didn't know.
Literally the first like hour, people are like, "Where's Cam? We want Cam to talk more."
Now Derek was like in the comments. He's like, "Oh, that was a very interesting point by Cam."
You see why I say it's not always great to have a guest on every week?
No, I know. I was actually almost going to say when you reached out on Monday, are you sure you want to do something here? Because I know it's championships. There's plenty to talk about.
Hey, listen,
You know what I mean?
if it meant, Cam this week or never, I got to take it.
Yep.
Cam's been great so far.
Busy man. I got
Sure.
a lot of
He's better behind the mic than behind the football, I can tell you that.
Oh, here we go.
What are you guys' chance of winning this bid?
19.5 point. Are you talking about this week? For
Talking to
18?
him.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
talking about Wednesday. What's your percentage here?
A win percentage, I'd say like 17%.
17%? You guys think
Yeah.
you're that much of an underdog?
You're talking about Milkmen?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're talking about Gumby's?
Yeah.
Okay, Gumby's.
Oh,
all right, okay.
Gumby's is tough. We don't have Nick.
I'm taking
Which means you are the
55% chance for Gumby's.
55?
So we'll be
We
the
win the whole
favorite
thing?
either way. Yeah. One less game
With
is
no
nice.
Nick, bro?
Yeah, I know.
It's tough. You're going to get the ball. I mean, we're talking
At least
15,
our
16 times
defense
here.
is still fine because we would rotate one.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
We still have a good group on defense.
I just think that it's going to be tough. They're going to make it tough. It's going to be something here. We're going to see how they cover you. You know what teams should start doing? And I wish we went against man-to-man a little bit more. I feel like you don't see that too often, especially with you guys. I don't see it a whole lot, man-to-man. See with Natty D's a little bit. When they're down and they need the ball back and they need to take away, they'll go to man. Because Natty D's is actually so well equipped to go to man when they have Austin, Adam, and Johnny. And then they can put Trevor on the worst one. And then they, but what are you going to do? I don't even know what we're talking about right now. I just went off on nothing.
That brain of yours. He's been like this his whole life.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, let's hit the comments and we'll finish up the show.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nothing?
No, not really.
No. All right, well, Cam, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having
Was
me.
it better than you thought it would be?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
was nervous. I didn't know how much you were going to bring to the show today. I thought you might
Don't
not.
put it on him. You thought it'd be great to have him
No,
on the
I
show.
didn't. I tried to get Dallin quickly after he already
Who's
committed.
Dallin?
Dallin's the quarterback. See, now that's disrespectful.
Slipstream QB.
Because I've told him who Dallin is many times.
Oh.
So no matter what I say about him, that's
why
worse.
would you try to get him over Cam? The
Because
whole point was
because we're playing Dallin. I thought it'd be a good chance for him to
Oh.
respond
He'd be
to.
a good podcast guy. He's got.
I agree.
He's got a good voice.
I
for
agree.
that, I think.
And I
Yeah.
think he would be good for I think he would be good for, to answer the criticism his team has faced in himself and about the ceiling over there they have on offense. But what are you going to do? He said he literally said, he's like, I don't think I'd have anything to bring to the show. I'm like, dude, trust me, you come on, we'll ask the questions. Yeah.
Pike will ask them and answer them for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Cam, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Pike, as always. Ben, you're the man. And yeah, let's have a good Wednesday playoffs. All right. Good night, Grace.
Go Gumbies.
T, Pike, and Steve-O, fooling on the pod. Talking about Bedford, which A-team is a fraud. Making top 10 lists, hella controversy. Don't be playing cheap, tuck in that jersey. Getting new sweatshirts, A-Division dub. Tune in every Tuesday, drop a like and sub.